Disturbing this puzzle.
Look, let's be quick about this. There's a dark side of the Force, your side of the Force, and G-Force.
No.
We might also have a G-Force, but nobody can find it. Time for murder, death, kill. The bombs will actually drop. I've highlighted it for you. Oh, it's Sam. How dare he interrupt my tutorial? Bombs away.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die Front in breiter Formation zu durchbrechen. Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
Mein Führer, Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Niederträchtige, treuloser Feld! Feiglinge! Verreiter, Versager! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie wird ersaufen in ihrem eigenen Blut!
Yes, I don't like trains particularly. I don't like them. I just don't like trains. Must be something to do with this freak. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh no, I didn't get the train itself. Cheeky bastard. If it's the last thing I do... Oh, brilliant, now my engine's dead. Okay, I'm going to do a kamikaze. I'm going to shoot the big Jesus out of him, and I'm going to ram him. I'm going to take the two of us out at the same time.
You're going down, you bastard! Yes, I'm gonna get you now.
This is just humiliating. There we go, chopping all the power. Chopping all the power. Bollocks. Oh, okay, it looks like we're going to make it. Power off, it's going to bounce really hard. Ooh, bit of a bounce. Now, it's not over yet. I've got to steer the aircraft and then reverse thrust. I'm using asymmetrical thrust again, just steer it. Don't go off the runway. I can't use reverses until I have it straight. Right, reverse. Oh! Bollock! That's what that looks like. Brilliant. Fantastic. Oh yeah, now I've added power and it's crashed. Brilliant. Now to do the whole thing all over again. Fantastic. Reverse thrust on. Fuck. Yeah, brilliant. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Oh, I don't believe it. Why won't this work? Oh, it's going to be a hard one. Now I have to do it all over again. Start all the cameras. And yeah, this is just fabulous. Okay, that's okay. Now, let it roll out. Oh, Yoda, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so busy looking outside and ignore the instruments.
Still looking to the horizon. Here.
I know, Yoda. All my attention was diverted to making the video.
Heeded my words not, did
I
you?
used reverse thrust with the props out of sync. I failed.
The greatest teacher failure is...
Oh, you're just peddling easy answers.
Pass on what you have learned.
I've done it! Success! Hooray! Bit of a bouncy there, but everything's fine. I've organised, it's all good. Okay, brakey. Oh, not too much braking. I have it all under control. Nothing bad's going to happen. Everything's fine. Fucker. This brings new meaning to ski slopes. Let's go. Pretty sure everyone's dead anyway. The aircraft's heavier on the ground, so okay. Let's just get it started up really quickly, shall we? Let's just move on. By some miraculous miracle, I seem to have survived my egotistical madness. My legs badly damaged as I neglected to read and understand Section 5 of the Cessna Operating Handbook, page 5-1 label performance. Perhaps I could crawl. What? Oh, you again, please. Oh no! Is that you, Gentle Ben? Oh, thank God, Gentle Ben. Oh, a bit slow with the old camera there. I was a little bit slow with the old camera. Welcome. A random stream this Monday. Bank holiday in Ireland. But I said I'd stream a lot this week. Whilst practicing IFR stuff. Whilst practicing IFR. Yes, I haven't done IFR or flying for quite some time. For quite a while, actually. Too long. So why not practice a bit in the flight simulator? We're going to do reasonably simple stuff today. Welcome, by the way, Rolf Copter. Welcome to Rolf Copter there on Twitch, and welcome to who's chatting on YouTube there, Ian Pollard. Greetings. Also, Franco. It is Franco, isn't it? Franco Acosta. Sounds like a great name, Franco. Captain Banks, very nice name, Captain Banks. Ian Pollard says Monday Crazy Madness. It is indeed. William Berkey on YouTube also says good evening all, and James Hollister's also with us. Well, thank you for watching, James. You know, thank you for watching. So I'm learning on YouTube. I'm learning on Twitter. Relearning actually. So I'm in the Beach Barn at the moment. Now, if the sound is an issue, let me just check the sound there. If the sound is an issue, I don't think it is. Deep Future's here as always. Greetings, Deep Future on Twitch. Greetings. Razor Firefly's also with us. Great, this should be cheer me up. No, Ed. Well, it will, Razor, because it's going to make you feel a lot better about your flying. And I haven't prepared anything. I haven't practiced any IR stuff. What up to the lighting there? I haven't practiced any IR stuff. I haven't even... I'll just do it the stream. We learn together. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to... I have Navigraph charts here, which I like to use. I'm going to fly to Shannon. Can I pin this here? No, you can't do it. We're in Ireland, of course. We're in Ireland, and we're going to fly from we're going to fly from Newcastle, which is here. Can I put my airplane here? Yes. Great. So now you can see exactly what I'm doing at the charts. This is great. So you'll be able to see exactly what's happening. And it's a little bit of a cheat from me as well, I admit, but nevertheless, we're not going to do... we're going to do it. So I'm going to fly off across the country in a westerly fashion towards Shannon. That looks like to be about a heading of 160, right? So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to take a heading of 160. 160 degree... No, what am I talking about? 160. 260. There you go. 260, it looks like a rough head. 260, there we go. Until I pick up the Shannon via war. The Shannon via war is, I've written it down here, 113.3. And I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do, right? We are going to do an approach to runway 24. And I'm going to come from here somewhere, okay? Can you all see that? I'm going to make it a bit bigger for you all. Oh, it does get bigger. If you can't see this and you want me to make it bigger, let me know. I'll see what I can do. Will this do it? Yeah. So we're going to end up out here somewhere. So I'm going to come down here. I'm not going to do any holes or anything yet, but I'm going to do the procedure. So I'm going to come over. I'm going to track for the VOR here. Then I'm going to take a heading away from the VOR. That's with a from flag from a heading of 236 for a couple of miles, 7 miles. I won't go to D11.5. We'll see how we go. I'll come out. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go overhead the VOR. And I'm going to track category A and B here, 066 radial when I get to Shannon. Then when I get to 10D, I'm going to turn around. And then I get to intercept the ILS and land in Shannon, hopefully. Now, all well and good, but I would like to... I might change the weather on the way to make it a little bit more challenging. But we'll see. You'll see it as I come in here. You'll see it on the chart. Also, by the way, for those of you who are into such things as Navigraph, you can have the Navigraph. If you can download an app from the Navigraph website. So if you're using VOR, right, which is great, I click on this, and if I just click the little airplane here, there I am here. Okay, you can see it in VOR, and you can look at all your charts. Like for example here, EINC is the Shannon ICAO identifier. I get all the charts, but with my VOR helmet on. And there's the approaches there, and it's very well displayed. Navigraph. I like Navigraph. I really do. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I would love to be one of those. I pay 10 odd euros a month for Navigraph. Wouldn't I love to be one of those creators they get for free? But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ring them up and ask them, or send them an email and silly like that. So it's not too much. 10 euros a month. Oh, look at that lovely rainbow. We've got lovely views here. We're in Newcastle. Incidentally, this is not just any old Newcastle. This is a very popular airfield in Ireland. In Wicklow, it's on the west coast of Ireland. Sorry, on the east coast of Ireland. East coast. And it's a very popular GA flying airfield. They do training. I work here a lot of the time. Look at that sun. Look at the way they've got the haze, as if you can't see it. That just looks stunning. That's the weather we're using for the moment. And it looks like this sometimes in autumn when I'm flying. Have you got visitors already? Yes, we do. We have some people joining us. We've got, looks like, let me speed up the camera. We have Rolf Copter, I can see it in there. And we have Captain Banks, the two of you on runway 18. Brilliant. So we've got some people joining us. Now, this looks really very, very good. Not only is it the Microsoft Flight Simulator makes it look great, but Colonel Klink has made it look really good. You see the cones there? Those cones are not in your standard sim for starters, okay? Those cones there along the side of the runway, and the painting of the runway numbers. Also, as you can see here, what Colonel Klink's done, even the dirt patches here. Now, what he wants to implement is little bumps here, because there are slight bumps there in all those patches. But down here on runway 36, he has simulated the actual bumps of 36 as best he can. Now he's going to update. You can't really see them because they have to be very subtle. It is very subtle. You'll see there's a few bumps here, maybe. Not really. But you can see there's a little bit of an incline and you know, it's a little bit bumpy around here. So he's going to improve that as time goes on. So that's Colonel Klink's version of Newcastle Airfield. That's exactly as it's shown. There's a cabin here. These are exactly like what's there. There's two hangars here, although the hangars are a little bit different. And he's designing his own bespoke buildings. And there's a coffee shop in there and a little bit of hangar and stuff. So that's as I would see it when I drive up the driveway here, you know, with all the airplanes there. So it's really well done, really well done. And there's a helicopter pad there. So there you go, folks. Will I fit the aircraft out here? Will I fit it past the fire brigade and the tree there? Yeah, it is tight. It is quite tight. Let's have a look at the comments. Looks amazing. Great work, Rolf says to Colonel Klink's version of Newcastle Airfield. Angry Aaron's here. Greetings, Angry Aaron. Who else have we got? Eye Candy. Zombie Snack there on YouTube. Any products that's admittedly different spelling. There we go. Proper name at last. Oh yeah, okay. You're talking amongst yourselves. Great. Great. Do talk amongst yourselves. Certainly. So let's take off and go west and then try. Let's get the aircraft set up first, shall we? I'm flying the Beach Barn. Let's straighten up the camera here. I'll just declutter there. Beach Barn. And yes, let's... Oh, I should have got to check this, shouldn't I? Okay, I should have thought of this before. I haven't done this for a while. Let's just get it started up. They're all the same. Batteries. There they are. Boom, boom. All my Cytec stuff's lighting up. I just put on the alternators anyway, because I'm not going to follow the checklist. Okay, fine. Beacon light. Oh, let's put on the floodlights. Oh, that's nice. Beacon lights on. Strobe light should not be on. No, not even off. Nav lights we put on. Okay, what's down here? Panel, yes please. But other taxi lights, very nice. Let's make sure we've got our mixtures set on our controls. I'll show you my controls there. Remind me to take them away if you so choose. Where is it? Come on. Come on. There we go. No, that's me. I'm gone. There we go. Can you see that? You can kind of see them, yeah. Mixture, yeah, you can see the stuff. You can see the control column, yes you can. Great, so that's all set, hopefully, and the power is back. Gear is down. Oh, I've got gear selectors all over the place. Great, okay, flaps are up, and let's just get the engines on before we run out of battery power. I was going to say battery power, right? Let's start the left engine. Have we got the magnetos on power? That's fine. I've got to hear the engine starting. Oh, fuel, of course. Yes! No, I won't be playing with fuel today, so the fuel's off. You usually leave the fuel on. Really, in real life, I would anyway. But I don't fly the Beach Barn in real life, so there you go. Okay, so let's start the left engine again. Very subtle the sound actually. Left engine is started. We got good indications. Right engine start. Good indications there. RPM's good. Happy days. And brakes are... I should really have a button for the brakes, but there's no harm. No harm at all. Let's see, alternate air. There it is. There's the brakes there. I'll just put my feet on the brakes here physically before I do that. Good, done. Okay, let's just taxi up a little bit and get out of here and see if I can fit this aircraft through. Oh. Let's see if I can fit it through. Come on, fit it through that gap where the fire engine is. I don't think so. Oh no, yes, it's very... If you're doing this in real life, I would insist on someone on both sides of the wing because it's so easy to crash it off the side of a hangover. Hangover. Come on. Okay. Okay, good. We're gonna make it this side. Oh no, we didn't. We smashed it off the fire engine. We smashed it off. We smashed the wing. That's the end of the stream. We can't fly. We've broken the aircraft. Sorry, folks. So see how hard that is? But does it actually fit? And it does, like in real life. You see how... Yeah, because I remember discussing this with Colonel Clink. There's such a thin margin there. There really is. And he's done a great job of actually realistically setting it up. Now let's see if we can hit the... Okay, we're good. Oh, it's a helicopter there. Very nice. Someone's flying the helicopter. Okay, great. I'm going to taxi up out of the way here a little bit. There's people on the grass I can see in front. There's always people in the grass on the taxiways, walking around with their cameras, you know, looking around. I'll sit a little bit higher here because I'm going to pretend I'm taller. Yeah, so it's a very well done rendition of Newcastle, I'll say that much. So I'm going to come up here, get out of the way of everyone. That chap is going to get an awful knock with the right wing. And we'll come up here and we'll face into wind. We'll see if there's any wind here. I don't think there's much wind to talk about, which is nice for the moment. Now I'm going to stop here at the end of the taxiway. I'm going to do some checks. I'm going to set up my instruments. And we're going to then take off, go towards Shannon, pick up the VOR and do that approach. and then see how that goes. So I'll come in this way. We're going to take off. I'm going to take off runway 36, just for the fun of it, because the bumps on that end. We'll see if we get the bumps. Okay, I'll halt here, and I put the park and brake on, and where is he? There it is. Great. Okay, so brakes are on. Let's have a quick look at the comments. EINC from Colonel Link. Oh, thank you, Deep Future. Deep Future put on Twitch there. He put a link. In fact, I put it on YouTube as well. Thank you, Deep Future. One of our esteemed moderators. So if you want this airfield, folks, I'm putting it in the chat on YouTube as well. So that's FlightSim.to, FlightSim.to, safe as houses. Great. Okay. So you got plenty of time to join, as I've got to check everything, and I hadn't done this for quite some time. So now, first of all, I want to make sure I get my frequencies set, which are up here. That's COM and that's NAV here. See my mouse? So Shannon, ILS is 11095. You can see a change in there. 11095. That is set and set to active. So that's one thing done. We want the VOR. Actually, I put the VOR in 113.3. 113.3. That's good, and it's picked it up. And on COM2 here, you can't see the SciTech with the angle of the camera, but in NAV2, I'm putting in the ILS. The ILS is 11095. 110, you see changing here. 11095. There we go. It's much easier to do with the panel than it is filling around with these buttons around here. Is that active? 11095. It's active. Active. Great. And we're picking up Shannon already. CDI, we want VOR1. It's VOR1 here. And it's CDI again. ILS. The approach for the ILS, the approach course is 237. See, I was playing with this earlier on. The approach course, let's just get the course into this one here. It won't let me change it. It picks it up, I believe. Okay, we'll worry about that when we get to it. No. Okay. I'll put this into my heading book here. So we're going to be an ILS. We're out of range. That would make sense. So we're on to Shannon. My heading book, excellent. I get my heading book for 36 for the takeoff. Happy days. I'm going to forgo the power checks because it's not a real aircraft, is it? Let's have a quick scan around. So alternators I put on already. Pitot heat. I don't know what's going on there. Fuel vent icing is off. We don't need the icing. We leave that. We'll deal with that if we get it. Okay, down is off. On, strobe's on. Strobe should not be on, and it keeps doing this to me. It keeps staying on. But anyway, okay, good. Pumps on for takeoff. Pumps are on for takeoff, and that's it. Approach flaps are on. And that's a very simplified checklist. Cow flaps, whatever. We leave them closed for the moment, and we're all good to go. Let's have a look at the comments before I go and take off. Vruden, the Great, says, Vruden, I remember you now, yes. You can keep up. Of course you'll keep up. Okay, great. Let's just do this, shall we? And you can watch me squirm when I get it wrong, because I'm really pushing the envelope here with regards to what I don't know. Oh yes, my altitude. I might use the. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go to 7,000 feet, but I'm going to use the autopilot just for the en route section, because then I'll be busy concentrating. So I'm going to set up the altitude just in case the autopilot. Okay, and that should be fine. Vertical speed. Next speed, okay. We want to set that up there to climb. We set it on. And let's go. Right. Where's my heading book? Yeah, set. Great. Okay. I take the brakes off. Yes, it did. Now, we're going, folks. First time practicing IR in a long time, and I haven't practiced it yet on Flight Simulator. I'm going to use 3.6. See the bumps there? Oh. I actually, on the Beach Barn, I had to decrease the sensitivity of the rudder pedals quite a bit. I do find, I don't know if it was always very sensitive, but we'll see when I land in Shannon if it's a terrible landing. Like yesterday's stream, my pedals were very sensitive to the DA40. Sorry, the DA62. See the bumps there I'm going over? Yeah, it's going to take a very nice one. That is exactly what happens to people when they come into Newcastle. There's a chopper there. I'm going to turn around. We'll see who's with us. I'm going to swing around. I like to use the whole runway. Nothing worse than runway being left behind. And there are those vans there. There's a chap who lives in there. His name is Ian in the real world. There's always trucks parked outside there. In fact, I think he's further down. But anyway. Come on, turn around. Go on. Come on. Come on. I'm going to get right in the center of the runway now. I'm going to pop out there and see who's with us. Great, it's great. I didn't think there'd be anybody here, folks. You know? What a bonus. Let's hop out very quickly. Let's see who's with us. Oh, look at that. We have... Dropavino. Welcome back, Dropavino. We did Future as well. We also have Captain Banks. We have Digital. I can't see who's in the helicopter, which is annoying. Their tags are coming up, but I'll see as we go. Zombie Snack is with us as well. Digital is in the helicopter, is it? No. Well, you're with us anyway. Look at that view, folks. Look at that. There's Jack Hammer off from the Airbus A20N, is it? What a lovely looking day. And it's a little bit late. But look, it's night time. It's VF4. Who cares? Let's go. Let's reset the car for later. And let's go. Biggles. Greetings, Biggles. How are you? I hope you're doing well. There we go, fully with power. Flaps are already set. Let's concentrate in the land. You see the bumps here coming up? That's only really relevant when you're coming into land. There we go. There's the bumps there. It's usually quite disturbing for people. It actually throws you up to the air a little bit. 95 knots. Good. No remaining runway available. Gear coming up. Very nice. I'm going to wait till I get to, we'll say 300 feet. And then we shall take up the flaps. Flaps up. I will take a nice gentle turn to the left. Towards the west. Let me get my heading book. If I set up my heading book? No. Heading is on this side, is it? There's my heading book there. So I said 260 will probably get us close enough. 10 degrees is fine. I'll take a little bit of power back. This is a faster. I'll slow it down, folks, a little bit so you can catch up. Some of you might not be flying aircraft as slow as this, or as fast as this, should I say. Okay, good. Has I picked up the VOR? Couldn't have picked it up from here. Maybe it has, but look, we'll get the autopilot set. I want the autopilot to be on heading. Heading mode, vertical speed mode, and let's hopefully this is a good transition. Switching on autopilot. Beautiful transition, folks. Not even a peep. As if I hadn't taken my hands off the controls at all. I'm quite pleased with that. Let us get the course bar set here for the VOR. Is it picking anything up for Shannon? Come on. Oh, yes, it is. Not bad. Not bad at all. I selected a good heading there, right in my head. and I'll give myself lots of compliments. But it never goes this well, does it? It never goes so well. Gears up, flaps are up, all the lights are coming off. What lights are coming off here now? We leave them on. We leave them on for the purposes, but I'll switch off the fuel pumps. I would switch off the fuel pumps. Where the fuel pumps gone? They're there. Good, good, good. And we're off. Let's have a look at some eye candy. Wow. I just still... Well, I hope I never get used to the flight simulator eye candy. I know I should switch off the landing lights, but I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. Landing lights off. Landing lights, landing lights, landing lights. Will it though? I can't see. Landing lights off. Why won't it let me switch off the landing lights? It's my site tech. That's the fuel pump. Is it one of these switches here on the... No. Oh, there we go. I do like the Bravo. A few things about the Bravo throttle quadrant, folks. It's fine. What I want to do is I want to make some additions to it. I want to put little tags on. You can't really see in the camera. Let me just camera for you here. Can I see it? Can you see it? You can see some of them here. Yeah, there you can see them now. These row of buttons, I'm going to put little tags. Well, that's two. It's under here. These row of buttons here. I'd like little tags on those. And also, you'll see this little button here. I would like to have a little... You can't quite see it, but there's no little white marker to say what you selected. Anyway, that's just little things that I picked up. But you can do those yourself, get a white marker or something like that, you know. So we don't need that cam anymore, particularly. Where is the camera? Is that one? Yes. So just a little bit more room for some eye candy. So we're on our way. I'm doing 100 odd knots. I'll just add a little bit of power here. I'm going to lean the mixture as we go a little bit. The props to... That should really be a climb, shouldn't they? At full for climb. So we're at 7,000 feet there now. Happy days. Autopilot's doing its job nicely. And we're just skirting above the clouds. I think a little bit of power back there, that'll do. Now, I haven't looked up the exact RPM settings, etc. Because if I get into a good habit, I don't want to get into bad habits of the real thing, you know, so I'm not really paying too much attention to certain things on purpose. So I fly a real thing again, I want to have just that. You can't... It's tricky to fly 5 or 6 different airplanes in the real world, let alone a flight simulator. Or in fact, it's difficult in flight simulator to fly 5 or 6 airplanes, let alone the real world. There's everyone there following along, and that weather looks absolutely stunning. It looks absolutely stunning. It's a little bit... There we go. That's nice. Let's just get this view here. There we go. Now let's just hop in the cockpit briefly. I want to make sure it didn't disconnect the autopilot while we were flying, and it has not. And now we can chat a bit. Now I want to get the DME here. ADF DME. No, it's not that. We're not using the ADF PDF. Oh, there we go. DME. We're 93 miles away, so I'll start to accelerate. Nice one. Can we get the wind in here? Oh, we have a wind arrow. Can we get a wind arrow? Oh, very nice. There's no wind really to speak of. 4 knots from the west, which is fine. I like that. I leave that on. Okay, great. Or luxury. I'm back. Now, one thing I didn't check is the Q&H's and stuff like that. We'll do that now. So the Q&H in Newcastle is... Well, let's just put on the Shannon Q&H. 1012 is a Q&H in Shannon. So the Q&H here is set by Oh, it's got this thing here. Inches. Can I change that? Ah. Excellent, but how do I actually change the... I can't remember now. Is one of these spots down here, I think? No. I'll change the Q and H. Altitude. I can't remember how to change the Q and H in that one. It's the volume. There we go. What else? The Q and H was in Shannon at 1012. Great. Set. For now. And I'm on the VOR. 7,000 feet. Happy days. Fine. Okay, that's a bugger. I missed the start of this one. Well, but okay, lad, that's not your fault. It's my fault because I didn't give you guys the time to when I started the stream. But don't worry, you can always watch it again on both YouTube and Twitch. So you've got plenty of choices there. Oops, sorry about that. So very, very good. Bear with me now for some check something here on the other screen. Come on. Now, also, Milviz is PC6, folks. There's an update for it now. If I remember the last stream, it was giving me trouble. But they've an update now on Milviz if you're looking to get the PC6, which is great. Which is very, very pleasing. Okay, great. Now, just pay attention to the comments. Comments. Safe. Steph, thank you. Top right. So yeah, for the next time, I'll not forget that. It's the altitude button here, isn't it? Let me just do that one more time. No, it's the outer one. No, it wasn't. Oh, it was here. Course barrow. No. No. Darn it, Q and H. Let's push it first, maybe. No, that's the course. I think the barrow, maybe. I'm getting my... I might be getting my knickers in a twist. That's it. There we go. It's the bigger inner button. That is the Q and H. Okay, great. I'll not forget that now. Excellent. So we're 82 miles away. We've got a fair bit to go. Now, that'll give me some time to plan my approach. So let's get Navigraph out here. So... I'm currently here. I'm going to start accelerating now because you don't want to be all day waiting to see the approach, okay? And I'm flying direct. So let's do that. Then the approach for runway 24. And go cut 2. Shannon, okay, great. Runway 24 and the date. Okay, that's fine. There's the Aegis. We get the Aegis in the sim, I wonder. Let's try that later on. Sudden approach, okay, fine, ground. Localizer, got that. Final approach course, I got that. Decision height and all that kind of stuff. Altitudes. Missed approach climb straight ahead. Climbing to 4,000 feet then. Right on board. Okay, fine. Transition altitude's 5,000 feet, so, yeah. So I should have 1013 there. Let's just fix that. 30 feet out. But still. Oh, come on. Bit twitchy. 1013 set. Okay, because the transition's 5,000 feet and it's 7. Happy days. So, as I said, I'm going to come in from this area somewhere. I'm going to come right overhead the Via War. I'm going to turn outbound to a heading of 2364, maybe 5 miles thereabouts. I'm going to turn around directly for the Via War. And you see all this happening live. And I'm going to have this window open here as well, so you can see that my actual image coming in here. Overhead the Via War, and I'm not going to bother doing any holds. I'm going to come out to a heading of 066, descending from 7,000 feet to 3,000 feet. On the way out to 10 miles out, 10D, swinging in for the ILS, and yeah, get the ILS down and land in Shannon. Great. So also here you can double check. So can I? No, not really. Okay, so that's it, folks. Airfield elevation. Great. So let's have a look at the comments. The great thing is about Navigraph, of course, is I think I might use this here. So as I'm flying, which is tidier? Is that tidier there? Not tidier? No. I can zoom in though. What the deuce? This is my first time using this Navigraph in the sim here. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try that again. Cat 3. Good. There we go. That's what I want. I'd like it a little bit bigger though. But I can zoom in and get that nice picture, so you'll see the image of me coming in here and following the procedure. Great, so we've got that. And it's also covering up here. In training, that cover this up because you shouldn't know where you are, should you? You should know where you are, but you should know where you are by your instruments. So we're to the east of the runway by 70 nautical miles. Oh, we got a ping bang. Aaron. Aaron has followed. Aaron, greetings. We've got a big jet. Look at that. Who is that? No, it's not telling me, is it? It ain't telling me. There's Silver Bullet. I don't know if Silver Bullet's with us or not. Happy days. Great stuff. First time chat from viewer. That is Merck B. I love seeing people flying the 58. Merck B, welcome to the Crazy Madness. If you've just joined us. Incidentally, there's Taylor D. Taylor D75. Looks like they've all included the Bush tires for the PC6 of the update. Yes, I'm looking forward to showing that update. I was kind of almost embarrassed because Milvis are very good. And I was just... I wasn't too sure if it, honestly, it could have been me. I'm trying to find out who that is. Well done. It could have been me. Milvis is generally very good, and I'm really looking forward to their ATR. I'm going to have to learn that as well. Hello from Johnny F73 is with us as well. Happy days. Who's on YouTube? Let's have a look at old YouTubey boos here. Let's see who's with us on YouTube. We have Richard Reed. Hi Gripper, how are you doing, man? I come to see some good flying. Well, you may or may not see some good flying when we get closer to Shannon. We'll see. That's me in Heli. Oh, that was Rudin the Great. Brilliant. Let's see if you can keep up. Well, I'm doing 156 knots, Rudin. Zombie Snack says, I have no approach plates for any of these airports. There is somewhere where you can get free approach plates. You can just Google them. You can get them for free. You definitely can get them for free. Ian Potter, buttons. The buttons on the honeycomb are likely overriding the switches on the screen. Yes, Ian. The buttons on the honeycomb do override. Appear to override. So I'm going to get little tags so I can see from here what they are. There's plenty of space to do just that. I heard a bing bing, and that bing bing was Captain Butters. Captain Butters. I suspect that you've been watching South Park. Captain Butters, I like it. Captain Butters 1, welcome to the stream. I do intend to stream a lot this week. The next 2 weeks, actually. At least once a day for an hour or two. I want to push it. YouTube is tricky, you know. Streaming, you know, it's great fun. So we're gonna keep streaming. Oh, we've got another one here. We've got Murka. Muraka, I know Muraka. I've probably pronounced it incorrectly. That's Muraka is following as well. Thank you very much, Muraka, and welcome to the Crazy Madness. Let's get some eye candy while I'm chatting. Let's just dispense of my face, shall we? No, that's not the right button. That's the right button. Oh man. I hear a jet outside, folks. I hear a jet. How many miles have we got to go? Just to double check before we go in. We have 60 miles to go. Okay, so it's going to happen quickly. Look at that. Who's the Airbus? Very nice flying in the big jet there. It's Hot Zoner. Hot Zoner, welcome to the madness. You're doing crazy stuff and you've come to the right place, Zoner. Or Hot Zoner. Also, we have Tomo Randall has become a member. Oh, Tomo, wow, thank you so much. Tomo Randall, I beseech you and praise you for your becoming a member. That does help YouTube channels continue going. That's great. Well, look at that view, folks. That view is just... I'm going to declutter a little bit. That is great flying by you. Look at this. That's seriously cool. Look at that. It's flying right alongside. Absolutely perfectly. That is what I call eye candy, folks. Absolutely stunning. Now, of course, the likelihood is because I'm chatting so much. Oh, thank you, Deep Futures, giving an air chart there. I'm going to put that on YouTube as well there. Oh, no, I leave it there because they didn't ask for it on YouTube. Great, okay. Tomo, thank you very much. First Lieutenant. Stunning. Zombie Snack is asking, as a streamer, do you prefer Twitch or YouTube? I like to stream on both. But making videos takes an awful lot of time. That's why I was saying yesterday on the stream, I might do just a quick video, a news video or something that doesn't take 2 days. And just stream the hell out of it this week. You know, do a fair bit of streaming. But I'm amazed at the reaction and all the views I'm getting, folks. I really am. I didn't expect you all to be here, especially when I streamed randomly. You know? That's just superb. Now, I didn't check the fuel, did I? I did not check the fuel. So let's have a look at the fuel. I heard a bing bang. Naughty Gome has just followed. Naughty Gome, welcome to the madness. Welcome to the madness. I'm delighted you're following. We're going to do an ILS for those of you who've just joined us into Shannon. Quick recap for those of you who just joined us. Okay. I have Navigraph installed on my PC here. This is the chart for Shannon. Okay. Now you can still get these. They might be out of date, but so what? You can get these off the internet, or you can pay Navigraph. I think it's $10 I pay a month, and they're kept up to date, just like the real world charts. But what we're going to do is we're going to come in from somewhere around here, from the west. Sorry, from the east, and I'm going to come over the beacon here, the VOR at 113.3, and I'm going to take a course out of 236. I'll just decide if I need to descend a little bit there. I'll turn around into the VOR. I'll intercept the 066 radial outbound from the Shannon VOR. 10 miles out, I'll turn and intercept the ILS, and I'm going to put a vote there on YouTube to see what you think of my approach, and you can all vote on it. So that's what's going to be happening there. I heard a bing bang.
I heard a bing bang. General Air has followed. General Air, welcome to the Crazy Madness. Welcome. So, overhead the VOR, I've got to descend, okay? It's another one. Tasty Zombie Snack. Greetings, Tasty Zombie Snack. Welcome to the madness. Welcome. And your first time viewer, brilliant. Oh, that was just you. Nice one. Very nice. Okay, so I'll get rid of the chart for now. Oh, there's something else in the chart here. I got to think of something else here, right? So let's just get the chart back here. Oh, let me keep an eye. I do have a habit of continuously chatting and forgetting how far away. We've got 46 miles to go. 46 miles to go to overhead the beacon, folks, and that's when we're beginning our approach. So I was saying, I'm going to approach overhead. I want to descend from 7. I might descend to the outbound bit here a little bit. But definitely I want to descend to 3,000 feet for my base altitude for the ILS to intercept. I'll be about 11 miles out. 10 for Cat A and B. Shannon's a big runway. I don't need to worry about distances or anything like that. I'm going to do it manually. I'm going to switch off the autopilot soon. Which reminds me, I'm just going to adjust my heading. The heading book here. Just my heading bug a little bit, just to intercept. That's fine. Now, okay, when I go overhead, I'm thinking, when I come overhead here, I want to take a heading of 236 outbound. So, we're not far off from that at all. I'll just take that heading. So, we're not off too much at all. Let's get some cameras back. So we'll worry about it when we get there. Now, cameras back. Go on. It's the controls. The director's here as well. The director's here. Pool Hall Shark has become a member. Oh wow, Pool Hall Shark. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Thank you, Pool Hall Shark. That is absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. That's 2 members this week on YouTube. Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for that, guys. Biggle says, your graphics looks great. Are you running an extra? That's on Twitch. I'm not running any extras at all. I actually was discussing this yesterday about my graphic settings. Got a bit choppy a little bit towards parts of the stream and had them everything to ultra, and I put them down to standard, one down from ultra, which is what is it, high end, is it high end and then ultra? So the one below ultra, high end. That's all I've done. But you see, what you're seeing is the golden hour, and I've adjusted the clouds a little bit to make it look a bit nicer today. I didn't use real world weather because it's quite clear in Ireland today. What you're seeing, the graphics there is the golden hour, folks. And it's absolutely stunning. Let's see who's flying along. We've got Rolf Copter. Let's increase the speed so we can say hello to everyone. We've got Rolf Copter flying the King Air. We've got Deep Future in the Cessna 208. Very nice. There's another bing bang. Dirty Barry. Dirty Barry. Dirty Barry is following as well. Thank you, Dirty Barry. I hope you're having a good week. Who else have we got with us? Verdun. Where's everyone else? Captain Banks is with us now. Silver Bullet, I don't know. So I mean, there could be just people flying around Ireland today. But there was quite a few in Newcastle there. But sometimes the tags appear and disappear. Oh, Zombie Snack has become a member as well. Wow, thank you very much, Zombie Snack. That is superb. That is absolutely superb. That's the 3rd member. Razor Firefly says, Gripperson, do you have a Patreon account? I think I set one up, but I didn't. I think I just logged on. I haven't. I thought the Patreon might be a little bit, you know, I don't feel right doing it. I'm told I should. I know, you know, maybe I should. Otherwise, I'm told I should. I'm stupid not to. So I will set up a Patreon account this week then. Thank you very much, Zombie Snack. First Lieutenant Zombie Snack. But yeah, the Patreon, I might just put it on. I don't know. I just think it's... I don't know. Memberships are the same thing, aren't they? So I might do the Patreon. I'll do the Patreon. I do remember setting it up, but I'll worry about that tomorrow and I'll let you know. I don't generally advertise it. When I put on the memberships on YouTube, I had the same feeling. But I do it as well. I'll subscribe to channels because I like them. I don't necessarily like having to pay for TV license. I'm being forced to do it. So I like to subscribe to various channels and do all the bits, although I haven't done it for a while. You'll get the bits, and I find it... I like sport channels as well. Let's put it that way. Let's see feature. There's Rovcopter. Who else? I haven't seen... Human Lettuce. Is he with us? We'll see when we land. Vruden Vranks, I think, is with us for sure. The helicopter. Yes, that's Vruden. Vruden Vranks is on the H135. I have to do a video about the helicopters again one day. Biggles, there's Biggles and Digital in the distance there with us. We got Silver Bullet, we got Zombie Snack, there's Captain Bank, isn't it? So we're all flying along happily. It's getting dark, folks. It is indeed. Oh, no. What have I done here? What have I done? Set the camera. There we go. Yes, the dog. That's from Dirty Barry. That is the producer of the show. It is the producer of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that view. So no, the graphics are pretty much standard. The graphics are pretty much standard. They're just high. They're just up and high. Am I going to have fuel problems? Yes, I'm going to have fuel problems. Oh no, I'm not. There's the fuel down here. That's silly of me. There's a fuel. This up here is fuel burn, is it? Fuel flow. Let's see if I reduce the mixture a little bit and bring the fuel flow down a bit. And make sure we don't cut out the engine as we're doing it. You'll see here the gallons per hour are decreasing, right? And here's the RPM. So what I want to do is I'm taking the two mixtures back. And you can see the RPM's increasing, okay? Now it's decreasing. So I'm going back up to... It's different on the right engine. There we go. It's very... There we go. I think that's mixed quite good. Spice Life is followed. Spice Life, welcome. Welcome to the madness. So I'm leaned. I'm flying along at 145 knots at the cruise. I am currently on autopilot, but I'm going to take the autopilot off soon. And then I may go a little bit quiet because, you know, trying to keep your altitude and everything perfect can be quite tricky. Especially when you haven't done IR for a while. Now, where is the distance? 23 miles, folks. Okay, let's switch off the autopilot. This is the guts of it. Autopilot's off. I'm hand flying from here on out. And I'm going to intercept. We got 23 miles to go. I want to get right on the VOR, and when we get, I'm going to also get my navigaph here so you can see exactly what's happening. Or actually, I'll do it this way. I'll do it in sim. I'm just going to leave that there. So you can see I'm not cheating here. I'm covering up the GPS here, although it kind of gives it away here a bit too, doesn't it? Great. Keep my 7,000 feet. I wish I could get rid of the flight director. Does anyone know how to get rid of that damn flight director? It's annoying me. Okay. So we're going to come out at 236. Now, I'm not going to go outside the bug so much. But I can go out... I'm 20 miles away, so... Now, if you want to know where 20 miles is, where I'm looking, here's the DME here. So... The VOR is going to get more and more sensitive as I go over top of the VOR. And as I said before, when I go over top of the VOR, I can take a heading at 236. I'm just kind of making up an approach, really, at this point, because I'm not on VATSIM or anything. No, altitude. I'm going to come out 236, swing it around, come in, and outbound course 0066, then turn into the ILS. So when I start turning into the ILS, all I have to do is I have to hit the CDI to localizer 2, and that will be for the ILS. That's all I have to do. I'm not using GPS. Oh, get back on heading here. Now, you'll need the camera on my controls so you can see what I'm doing. I hope this works out, folks. Turning the camera around for the producer. So at least then you can see. There. That should do it. Oh. Every time you move your head, something goes. Look, I'm 100 feet too high now. And I want to keep that. So I'm getting warmed. I'm warming up here now. Because I want to keep my altitudes, my headings, and my speeds, etc. There we go, 7,000. And it snows up about 2.5 degrees to keep my 7,000, I think. But let's let it settle and see what happens. Yeah, about 2 degrees up, nose up. This aircraft can go a lot faster. So we're 16 miles out now, and the VOR is going to start getting an awful lot more sensitive. There's Johnny F73 ahead. I can just barely make him out. Let's make the view a little bit more interesting for you all. Oh, but I also want you to see the controls there. Okay. Excellent. Let's pay attention to the chat. Oh. Davo says, morning. Greetings, Davo. Dirtberry says, just needs an airliner or two for those who are inclined. Oh. Dirtberry, the sim looks so good, doesn't it? I think if you like GA, it's pretty much a complete sim. Yes, it is. But the beautiful news about Microsoft Flight Simulator, they didn't just sell it and dump us on it. They're making updates all the time. All the time. One thing I would like to know is how many actual people they have working on it. Now, they do have an awful lot of third parties working on it, but it would be fascinating to find out if they could count all the people who are working on Flight Sim. Murrick B says, and this is only DirectX 11, wait till DirectX 12. Yes, that's going to be interesting. I believe I was listening to their chat there. They were online live. They said initially when DirectX 12 comes out, we're just going to have it so you can choose to use it if you want to, and they're going to tweak it as time goes on because there's so many bugs that can happen. So it's not going to be all of a sudden, oh, DirectX 12 is out, everything's running much faster and smoother and everything's much better. It's going to take time. You know, that's what I got from what they were saying. 11 miles out now, and let me make sure I have my buttons set up the right way. Yes, I have my heading bug. I have my course bar set up. Yes, I have it set up here in case I need for the ILS, which I will. So great. Now what I want to have happen, when I come overhead, there is a zone of confusion. See, it's not an ADF where it just flips over. So you go right overhead, accurately overhead the ADF, for example, or a VOR usually just swings right over. But with a VOR, there's I'm climbing a little bit there. The VOR, this is a cone of confusion overhead. We'll see how we go. I want to see that needle flip over. In other words, that needle is going to go boing like this. That's what I want to see. So get right overhead. And this is the old school way of doing it. Sometimes what I learned was to be hold here, or here somewhere, right over the VOR. And then for the hold, you'll join the procedure. Oh. Keep your altitude. Good. Let me get the other window open up here on my other screen. Any advice for an old CFI looking to dust off the rust and get back into teaching? Yes. I presume you're a flight instructor. Okay, so zombie snack. So, yes, I have very good advice. Just start. Just start, because you'll pick it up really quickly again. Like, I haven't done IR flying now for God knows how long. Like, really, like, over the COVID, I haven't done anything at all. So, do it. Go to your local flying school. Are you in America, Zombie Snack? If you're in America, it's a lot easier. Not so easy here. Well, it's expensive here, you see. It's regulated too much. But yes, do it. You know? There is no issue, I'm preempting this now, there's no issue with age in flight training schools for GA. There's never been an issue with age. I've never seen it. I've never heard anyone high up in the flight school saying they're too old. So you can dump that as well. So yeah, do it is my alternative. I suppose any other advice I'd give is you won't be. I presume you'll start VF4 anyway because you haven't done it for a while. So you know, I'd look up the old stuff. Oh, if you have your old manuals around for real life flying for being an instructor, dig them out, learn how to navigate again. You know, VF4 navigation and all that kind of stuff. Alright, a bing bing. There's been a bing bing, and that's Holiday 50s followed. Holiday, welcome. Well, this is a great stream. Everyone's around. I didn't think there'd be so many of you around. See how sensitive it's getting now. Look. So the VR is getting very twitchy. I'm not going to. The trick here is don't go outside the heading bug. So see that blue heading bug here? I'll get my mouse here. The blue heading bug. Don't go outside the heading bug. Be patient. See, I'm intercepting it nicely now. So 3 miles to go. It's going to start getting very sensitive. Now this is where I'm going to get really busy. Okay. No, I'm missing it now. No. Everyone's going to start pinging me next because you know I'm busy. That was Shibitz. Is it Shibitz? Blitz. Blitz is followed as well. Welcome, Blitz, to the Mantis. My eyes are firmly, Blitz, fixed here. And I'm trying to keep my 7,000 feet. I'm flying manually, as you can see. It's all going to be flown manually. No autopilot. No fancy stuff. I'm 1.7 miles out now. I want to see that flip. Now I'm going to concentrate now. Don't go outside the heading bug. Don't go outside the heading bug. Be patient. I want to see it flip. Get back onto heading. Come on, flip. God, no. It's off to the right now. The viewer's off slightly to the right. Don't go outside heading bug. There we go. Over the head, the zone of confusion. Switching my course now to 236. No, not that one. 236. 7,000 feet. Where I can hear the beacon there. So why can't you see me here on this map? Why can't you see me? Okay, let's get the other one up. Here I am. Okay, see, this is the danger here. I'm not looking at stuff now. Let's zoom in a bit. So you can see I'm coming out here at 236. Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I've stuffed that up. Oh yeah, I'm off a little bit, so 236. Let's get the course bar. See, my buttons now, I'm after realizing, are all over the place. There we go. Let's get on it. Okay, now I'm back on track. Not the correct way to do it exactly, but you see, Oh, it's gone off the chart now. It's just gone off the chart. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. I've just gone off the chart there, if you can see that. And we'll come back on the chart now in a minute. So I'm now outbound, and you'll see me coming back in right towards the VOR. I'm now 4 miles out. So I said about 4 miles I'd turn in, didn't I? So let's start turning in towards the VOR. Let's take a left turn. Oh no, we want to take a right turn. I kind of stuffed that one up a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. We just want to get overhead the VOR and start the procedure. The minute I get overhead the VOR, I'm going to start descending to the base, which is 3,000 feet. And I'm flying this manually now. I'm going to turn it 30 degrees, whilst keeping my 7,000 feet. Come on. I just want to get an inbound track. The aircraft is descending now because purely because I'm turning. So any inbound track will do. Course bar. There we go. 060 will do nicely. 6 miles out. There we go. I'd like to use my heading book here. Which one is it? This one. I don't know which. I've assigned 2 buttons. I've assigned 2 buttons. So we're coming in at 070. That's fine. So I want to come in at 066. I'm not far off it. In fact, I'll go for 066 now, right? So I'm going to change my course bar to 066. That's 07. That's 066. So we're not far off it. I'm reasonably keeping my altitude. That's not so bad. 140 knots. That'll do. Now I want to get right on it. Get my altitude sorted. Turning now onto the heading. I don't want to go outside the heading bug now. So we're 3.7 miles away. I want to see it disappear again. That means I came right overhead. You'll see what I mean by that is you'll see this little line here just disappear. It used to, the real aircraft, flip over. It looked really cool because you knew you got it bang on. Especially with the ADFs, the old school way of doing it, which nobody uses those anymore. I was talking to a Ryanair pilot many times, or I know a few of them, and they go, Shane, we never fly ADFs. It's just, what? We never do this kind of stuff. It's all radar vectors. So there we are back at the screen here. So you can see now exactly what I'm doing. Quite clearly where it is. And it's a cheat for me, but look, I'm learning now again. So it's no harm for you to see exactly what's happening. So 1.8 miles to go. I want that line to disappear. But if that line just simply disappears without the arrow turning slowly, I'm right overhead. And the trick to this is not going outside the heading book and keeping your altitude. So I've got to keep my speeds now and everything. So we're now 1.4 miles. About a mile, depending on how high you are, is the zone of confusion. It's slightly out to the left there, so I didn't quite make it. See the way the bar's going? Great. So now I want a heading of 066, which I'm pretty much on. Now you'll see it there, 066. Now I'm going to start descending. So make sure we push up, put the props forward. We'll start descending now. I'm going to try and keep 140 knots on the descent. Are descending to 3,000 feet. Oh, not too much. Yeah, that'll do. Now you see. So my book for 3,000 feet is now set. I'm pitching for speed now. Now I have a wheel. I'm going to try and use the wheel here as well. Let's get right on it. Try my best to keep 140 knots, which is tricky in the simulator. Maybe a little bit more down. We're coming past our transition altitude. We want Q and H. What happened there? There you go. Q and H of. Oh no, what happened there? Q and H, Q and H, Q and H. 1012. 1012 set in the QNH. And it looks good so far now. I can't see out the window. Let's get our navigograph back. There you can see where I am there now. 1,000 feet to go. It's a little bit bumpy actually. It is a little bit bumpy, but we're on it. We're on 066. There doesn't seem to be any wind, and I'm not complaining because I haven't done this for a while. I've kind of got my 140 knots. I'm about 3 or 4 knots out, adding a bit of power. I'm going to declutter the screen. I'll have to activate the screen to declutter it. When I say declutter, I mean all the tags from all the other flyers. Now, I'm really annoyed about this. I thought this would show where I am. No? No, that's a shame. There we go. So 10 miles out, I'm going to turn to the left and intercept the ILS. 6.5 miles out now. And I've messed up my altitude. There you go, that's a fail. Messed up my altitude. I was talking right. See, when I moved all the windows to get navigograph back, there's a lot to be said for having a piece of paper in your lap, folks. I busted my altitude. Did you see that? Oh, I'm very displeased about that. Now let's get back to 140 knots. Yeah, I busted my altitude big time. I'm sure in the comments there, you're all blasting me out of it. So that's what happens. If you look up somewhere else, you're in trouble. It's getting bumpy as well. There's my 140 knots. Now I'm adding a bit of power. As I'm level. Am I trimmed? Yes, I'm trimmed. You can see I'm not really touching the controller, and I'm going to try and just fly at my fingertips even more now. Now we're at 9.3 miles out. 9.3 miles out, that's good. Let's have a quick look outside. No, I'll lose everything if I do that. I shall lose everything. 10 miles, okay, taking a left turn for the ILS. A rate 1 turn. We're doing 140 knots. Hit the CDI button. Is it getting all choppy on you there? Let me know. Turning onto the ILS, trying to keep my 3,000 feet. I can see the glide slope now. The course bar is set to 237, so that's good. So it's automatic. I don't have to manually do it myself. I went a little bit further out there, but that's okay. 20 degrees, 20 odd degrees there would be fine. Oh, I hear the rain. I hear it raining. We don't need that anymore, particularly. Look at that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Great Norton comes up and... Yeah. Yep. There we go. I'm a little bit far up, but here we go. See, it's coming in here now. It's coming in. I'm going to get rid of this here now, and I'm going to come down the ILS. So we're coming in. 3,000 feet. Fair enough, ski. Come on. Don't go past it. I've gone past the localizer a little bit. If I had a little bit of rudder in there, that would have saved that, but I didn't. But don't worry. Give my altitude. I'd like to have my heading bug set. It's my heading bug. Heading 1, 2, 3. I've got to count it. I'd like to have my heading bug up here. 2, 3, 7. That's set. So I don't want to go outside the heading bug. Now I've dropped 100 feet. I'm not happy about that. So I'm going back up to that. And this is the scare. This is the bit you got to get it right. It's a little bit wavy around. It's a little bit bumpy. There we go. We're on the localizer now. The glide slope's coming down. I got my 2,000 feet. Mixers rich. Props are rich. Props are full forward. We're on the localizer. The glide slope, if you're new to the channel, is here. Now I'm gonna I'm going to take some power back. And I want 500 feet a minute. I'm guessing 500 feet a minute will do it. And lowering 10 flaps. It wants to balloon with the 10 flaps. So I have to be ready for that and apply forward pressure and retrim. Now I really can't look at the chat now at all. So the dot, the diamond, is just in between these two dots. There's a little line here, I don't know if you can see it. Now I'm getting too low. So I want about 120 knots now at this point. I'm taking it. So I'm 1,000 feet a minute, that's no good. Nose up, trim nose up a little bit. So I don't want to go half scale for sure. Now I'm going to look right in here so I'm not cheating. Okay. When I look up, I want to see the runway. There we go. Now I'm trying to get it around 500 feet a minute. Now the real thing, that's a lot easier. I can tell you that for sure. But I'm around 500 feet a minute. And when I'm turning, the reason I put the heading book there is, well, I should have it set anyway, but I don't want to go outside. I don't want to turn outside the heading book. You've got to be very, very sensitive. Now, we're 6.1 miles coming into it. And I don't want to have to do too much work at all. So it is a little bit up and down. It's very sensitive, as all simulators are. You can't, you know, even on X-Plane, no matter what you're flying, if you're flying a big commercial flight sim, they're very sensitive. We're 5.2 miles out now. We have not lowered the landing gear yet. I'll lower the landing gear now. Now, when do you lower the landing gear? It depends on what procedures you're following, really, you know. I'm not following any procedures here at the moment because I don't want to learn any bad habits. I just want to get the skill of flying accurately. 500 feet a minute. Because it's bumpy and it's been thrown around a bit, it's a little bit trickier than normal. I can hear the rain now as well. There we go, 650 feet a minute. Get back on my heading of 237. There we go. And we're on it. Now I'm zoned in. I'm zoned in now. 3.3 miles. It's going to get very, very sensitive. Gears down, flaps are down. If we got the big long runway, I'll leave the flaps where they are. We're looking good. There's the outer marker. 2.8 miles to go. It's going to get very, very difficult from here on in because think of it as a cone. You're going down a cone and the walls of the cone get thinner and thinner, so it gets so much more sensitive. So is this going to be a successful stream, folks? Now I can't even put a vote on YouTube. Because if I take my hands off this, I'm in trouble. 1.9 miles. When will I look out, folks? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat there. When will I look out? 1 mile? Half a mile? We'll see. 600 feet a minute. Yeah, a little bit low there. I'm a little bit low. It's getting very sensitive now. It's 0.7 miles out. 0.7 miles. 0.5 miles. Gears down. 0.5 miles we have permission. 0.3 miles now. 0.3 miles. 0.2 miles. 440 feet. Continue. Let's see if we can see it. So we're coming to our decision altitude. Oh. 0.4 miles. 280 feet. Okay, it's giving it away now. I can see the runway on the thing. Okay, let's have a look out. Oh god, I didn't think it. That frightened me. Taking the power back. Where's the end of the runway? It looks like a very small runway. Oh god. I can't see a thing. You can just see the runway lights. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Keep it on the center line. Keep it on the center line. It looked like very short. It was like I was halfway down the runway there. Yes, we've made it, folks. We have made it. That was quite a ride. That was certainly quite alright. We might try that again if you're all up to watch. Or we'll take a, you know what we'll do, we'll take a break. We'll park up here in Shannon. I really want to switch off those interior lights now. Feels like I'm being blinded. My night vision is being destroyed. Although it's a flight simulator. Stop, would you? Got full brakes on there and it's not stopping. Oh, I had to put a little bit of power on there. That was very interesting. So, where are the lights? There they are. So I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna just stop here on the taxiway. It got very dark there, didn't it? There we go. We'll stop here. I didn't even get a chance. See how busy it was? I didn't even get a chance to put my landing lights on. You know? Landing lights. Oh no, it's that's that problem we had. So, yeah, that was... was that nice? Was that nice, folks? The passengers can stop. Nicely done, Joey Mac Design says, and Rolf Copter says, nice. Let's see what they're saying on YouTube. And Charles, missed the stream last night as I just didn't feel like a Sunday. It didn't feel like a Sunday being a bank holiday. That's Joey Mac. That's okay, Joey Mac. Well done, Gripper says Baker Fly. No landing lights either. Yeah, I didn't put the landing lights on. If I had a switch, I just have to get these switches on all my stuff here for all that kind of stuff. But that's why you have procedures, checklists and stuff like that. I think I'll grab one from somewhere. I grab a set from a flight school somewhere that does the IR stuff and use that. Oh, the landing light is on. Just doesn't show up in the cockpit. Just not showing the cockpit. We probably can't see because of all these internal lights, you know. Let's just play with those internal lights there. Where were they? Let's have floodlights. Can we see it? Kind of. We would have seen it a bit better, but we'll leave the floodlights on. Floodlights on. Excellent. I'm wondering, should we fly back to Dublin? How long are we on for an hour? An hour and 27 minutes. We could take a break. Let's see who's still with us. And let's get the tags again. Goofer, Davo's there. Here comes Deep Future. I'll turn it back up into daytime because you can't see anything, those of you who are watching. Let's put it back to daytime there. There we go. So that was good. A good first practice run. It went very well. It's not going to go like that all the time. But yeah, it was great. A great first practice run. That is Shannon, as I remembered. I used to be based here a while ago. There's the big terminal there. So what I might do is we might take off. We might just turn around here rather than parking up and fly back to Dublin, folks. You'll see me parking up the jets plenty of times. So what about if we fly back to Dublin? And I'll take an intermission for those of you who want to bow out, or and those of you who want to, you know, take a break. Very important to get a cup of tea around this time. You might want a cup of tea. You may want a snack of some sort. We might take an intermission, and I'll have a look at the plates for Dublin when we get back to Dublin. What do you say to that? Because that was fun. I enjoyed that. Let's see what you're saying here on YouTube. Thank you, Danny Boy. Fraser, nice. Ian Pollard, no landing lights either. He had no landing lights either, I think. Well done, Gripper. Very nice landing departure after touchdown. Yeah, indicated it was a bit fast. Yeah, I was going a bit fast and all that kind of stuff. But what I was really wanted to concentrate on myself today was getting the procedure, getting overhead, descending, and just getting a rough guideline, and then shortening it all up. So there you go. I'll shorten the whole thing up. Yeah, so will we take a little intermission for 5 minutes, folks? Quick intermission for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, so Deep Future saying, Gripper, can you show how you tune the VOR frequency on the Garmin 1000? I'll do that now, Deep Future. Or can I? The VOR frequency. Can you show how to tune the VOR frequency in the Gamma 1000? Well, I have, see, the camera arm won't reach. It won't reach over. Will it? I'll get as close as I can. I'm actually using the Cytec, right? Is that what you mean, dear future? So you can do it two ways. You can do it, obviously you can do it on the simulator, okay? I know my voice is kind of gone there. Yes, okay, so I'll show you the two ways, right? So the first one here, I've got you've got nav 1 and nav 2, right? So if I push that button in, you actually push it in, right? You see it flips up to 1 and 2, right? Flips up to nav 1, between nav 1 and nav 2. What does that mean? Well, nav 1, you see localizer 2 here? CDI, that's GPS, that's VOR 1, and that's a localizer 2. So it's saying localizer because I have the ILS to that, right? So I'm going to actually show you this when we go to Dublin, right? But anyway, we'll go to this again. So let's say I want to go to a VOR, right? I want to use the two of them, so I just have to flick one button, not have to be tuning it, right? So what I did here was I went, right, I want 113.0 for Shannon. So let's say it's 11, let's say if I want to change the frequency here, let's say to 109 something, right? So the big button on the outside is 109 decimal, and then the small button here for small numbers. So let's say 119.9, right? Now that's in the standby box. See, it's a bit fiddly, isn't it? That's the standby box. So if I press this button down, oh no, sorry. If I press this button, this frequency will go over here. See? And that means it's active. It's now currently active. There's no identifier here because it can't pick it up. There's no such thing, right? But I can flick between the two of them. So not only can I flick between nav and 2, I can have one in the standby box. Okay, so there we go. I can flick over from one to the other. See the changes here? When I do that, VOR 1, and then localizer 1. Now, if I want to go to nav 2, which is what I did, I had the ILS frequency selected in nav 2. All I had to do is go to CDI and press that button to the localizer for the ILS. Does that make sense? Otherwise, what is easier here on the Cytec, I can change it to the Cytec. I think you all know that anyway. See, it's just changing there at the top, and I can hit the standby button. It can be quite easier here to do it this way as you're flying along, and as well with the radio with this as well. But I haven't done any VAT simming yet. I haven't done any VAT simming. So that's how I do it. And we'll see when I set this up after the intermission, because we're going to go back to Dublin. We're going to go to Dublin, and I hope that answers your question to future. Does it? Or does? Great. We'll set it up on the way back. So enter time, and I'll see you guys in exactly 5 minutes.
And now, let's enjoy an intermission. We hope you filled your snack bar full of tasty treats to eat and drink. Perhaps a tempting tasting hotting dog, or a thirst-quenching sugar drink. Some fresh crunching popping corn perhaps, or an assortment of sugar-coated sweetness. Even enjoying a sickness stick. We've plenty of time, so visit your snack bar now. See now, Mr. and Mrs. Barker enjoying and gorging on the lovely treats with their lovely children. You could be doing this too, you still have time. And for those of you tea lovers, let's have a look at some tea-making tips. Yes, the most important tea-making tip, of course, when you have time, is to use the right mug. Yes, the right tea mug is always the right way. Look for the Grippersim tea mug. Yes, it makes your tea taste 20% better. Now, don't worry, you still have plenty of time to make your cup of tea. Mrs. Ainsley Creetrap, what do you think of drinking a cup of tea from the Grippersim mug as opposed to the normal mug?
Lovely. It's not everyone who can make a good cup of tea.
Splendid, Mrs. Ainsley Crabtree. Now, here are the ladies discussing the 6 points of making a good cup of tea, and of course the Gripperson mug will be included. Which number will it be?
Can I remember them?
Of course you can.
Try now. All right, here goes. Number 1.
Obviously the Gripperson mug.
Always use a good quality tea.
Yes, of course.
Good. Number 2. Always use freshly drawn water. Right?
Number
3. Remember to warm the teapot or urn.
Everyone knows that one.
And number 4. Measure the right quantity of tea for the amount of water in the pot. Very good. Number 5. The water must reach boiling point. Pot to the kettle, not kettle to the pot. And the last rule, number 6.
Here we go.
Let the tea brew for 5 to 10 minutes.
Damn your
before
eyes,
serving.
woman. God
Excellent.
Gripperson tea mug.
Where does it all start? Sometimes here, with an acid stomach, or here, with tense, upset digestive nerves. It may even reach here, with that fuzzy, achy feeling in the head.
Are you suffering from intermission anxiety? It's the acid tension trouble triangle you're suffering from. Yes, now there's a new anti-intermission liquid, Peptus Liquid Elixir. It will break that bothersome intermission trouble triangle. This fast-acting liquid has no need to wait for it to dissolve as it's in liquid form. With unknown ingredients, it will settle acid in your stomach and those nasty intermission blues. Side effect of Peptus may include constipation, skin rash or dermatitis, diarrhea, dizziness, drowsiness, dry mouth, severe migraines, insomnia, suicidal thoughts, abnormal heart rhythms, internal bleeding, cancer, loss of sexual appendages, funny walk syndrome, loss of hair, reddening of the hair, big red nose syndrome, whitening of the skin, unusual voice patterns, childish behaviours, a propensity to blow up balloons, death. Break that intermission trouble triangle with Peptus. Yes, Peptus available somewhere.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big time.
Ingredients include chemicals derived from petroleum,
Butternut,
preservatives including sodium benzoate and sulfur dioxide, no nuts included,
milkshake,
including wood pulp and duck feathers as fillers,
payday,
including propylene glycol, carcinogenic flavorings, including trace elements of starch, strychnine and lead.
topped with Hollywood's super rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
And now a word from our esteemed producer. Such kind words. And now back to our normally scheduled programming.
I'm back. Let's adjust the camera here. So there's the producer still fast asleep, of course. Very, very good. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the break. Let's taxi out of the taxiway. We'll go to taxi in here. Taxi in there. And let me just get the... We'll leave the flaps where they are because we're going to use those again. Add a bit of power. I'll just taxi around here and we'll decide how to exit. Oh, my rudder pedals. I'll just turn around here. Come on. Come on. Turn around. No. Oh, I think it's easier to the left. It's just my rudder pedals. There's a little... It stops the right brake. There's a metal pole in the way of the right brake. So I'm using differential throttle here. Brakes aren't great, the actual aircraft itself. Great, so now I'm kind of out of the way where everybody looks a little bit more realistic. I leave the brakes off. Now, Dublin. Let's get Dublin. So, EIWT is the Dublin identifier. Oh, that's Weston, sorry. DW. There we go, Dublin. Let's have a look at the charts. I'm going to make something up here. Approach. Now, we want something with runway 28 generally is the active. There's no wind to be concerned about particularly. There's no wind date at all. So we want, we'll go for the GAT 3 here. You see, in Dublin, it's all vectors. So there's no real procedure here. So it's going to be quite easy, actually. What I intend to do, I'm going to look for the Dublin VOR 114.9, I'm thinking. Okay, we can change it on the way. And we're going to come down, yeah, overhead the VOR. Okay, I'm going to go past the VOR. And I'm going to do downwind leg out as far as Hoth, which is this little bit 677 here, that's a mast. Come out here, and I'm going to turn in. And I'm going to turn in at about 30-degree intercept into the ILS. I might go out to the sea a little bit towards Latmo. You know, because I'm not using the GPS. Latmo's not going to work, is it? So I'll just come out and we'll play it that way. Easy enough, actually. Easy enough. But I think I should fly it manually all the way. At least part of the way, because I'll be chatting, won't I? If anyone asks, I have to look at the chat, so I'll put the autopilot on momentarily. And that's the crack. So what about our departure? Well, let us just have a look here, rather than getting bits of paper out. And this time, I'm going to really fool around with the weather. Yes, I'm going to make it worse. Yeah, I can just depart. It's such a large runway. Let's depart down towards the east. So I'm just going to back out here and depart towards the east and keep heading that way. But first, I think let's tune in everything, as I said I was going to do. So, oh, I heard a bing bing, and their name wasn't displayed again. That's infuriating me. That was Edold Jewel. Following a few seconds, I think that's how I pronounce it. Ebold _ Jewel. Welcome. And thank you, Blitz, for following. Holiday followed. Spice Life followed. Perrier Gulak subscribed on YouTube. Zombie Snack became a member on YouTube. Dirty Barry followed. Pool Shark became a member on YouTube. Smurf became a member on YouTube. Tasty Zombie Snack followed. This is on, when they follow, it's on Twitter, isn't it? A General Error followed. Naughty Grome followed. And an hour ago, Tommy Riddell became a member as well. Tomo Randell, excuse me. And then Merck B followed earlier on. Captain Butters followed. And an hour ago, Aaron followed. And then 21 hours ago, which was the last stream, it just says here, Sergio Moraquin became a member. So that's very nice of you. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the madness. So where was I? Okay, so Dublin. Let's get our stuff sorted out here. In fact, because it keeps disappearing. See the way it's quite annoying, the way it keeps disappearing? Let's use Novographs here. We want Dublin, so it is Dublin there. Click on here. Novographs is very good. We want the approach. Runway 24. If I say 2428. Let's say, I want to write this down now. Always have a pen. Always have a pen. We're going to take runway 28 left. We're going to do Cat 3, I said. It's just the ILS I'm looking for. As I said, there's no procedures. So first of all, I want the VOR for Dublin, which is 114.9. The ILS is 111.35. The altitude 3,000 feet for the intercept. Great. Okay, so cool. So, with regards to my frequencies, I'm thinking of putting in, I'm going to use, I'll show you here on the sim because you don't have all the fancy stuff maybe. We're going to have nav 1. So the VOR 111, sorry, the VOR is 114.9. So big button for big numbers. 114.9. There we go. Make it active. And also, now I know I'm only concentrating on the arrival here. We're just going to fly out VOR and capture it, okay? Then I want on nav 2, so to select nav 2, I press in here. And nav 2, I want the ILS, which is 11135. No, wrong way. 11135. Oh, go on. And activate that. It's not going to pick it up yet. No, hang on. No. 11135. What have I done here? There we go. It's fiddly, isn't it? This is why I have the SciTech. Activate that. Great. So it's identified Dublin 114.9, 114.9, and the ILS is going to be 1135 and nav 2. So, in that case, the approach course into Dublin is 278. So CDI, VOR1 is set, but I want to set my course, so we're going to intercept it from the west. So I'm going to use my SciTech here for the course. So we're going to go to the east, excuse me. So we're going to intercept the easterly radial. We'll worry about that. I'm just getting it roughly there. 090 will do. So that's after takeoff. 104.9. I'm always double checking frequencies. It's not going to pick it up yet with the DME, obviously, because we're far away. Also, then, so when I'm flying, I'm going to get over here. We're going to fly back maybe about 10 miles from it, or 20 miles, or 15 miles or so. And then all I have to do is hit the CDI button for the localizer. And I can't change it. I don't know what the story is with the GPS, but the real ones I used to fly on, you had to. This is selected course 237. 28. Well, okay, so it's we'll worry about that as we go. Okay. That's it. That's it. So let's make sure we have nav 1 selected. And the CDI there. There we go. I thought I changed the course for that, no? Okay, that'll do. Okay, right. Let's go. Let's get rid of that. Can we minimize that? No, that looks a little bit. This button should put it on the other screen, but it doesn't quite exactly do that. So I'll just close it down here. Okay, folks, I think that's all. And we're going to start. We're going to Dublin. Oh, we have the weather. Thank you very much, Rolf Copter. The weather is going to get a lot worse. And we won't see much of the ground, okay? So, yeah, let's play around with the ground level weather. Let's make that. See, it doesn't go to the ground, which annoys me. It doesn't go to the ground exactly, which annoys me. Let's increase the coverage. You see, I want fog. I want the visibility, the forward visibility, very poor. So, you know, how many feet is that? That's kind of, you know, I want it a bit worse than that. I want worser weather. Okay, so that's that layer there. Now, oh yeah, I can get rid of this here and I can start playing with precipitation. That will make it worse. That'll make the visibility a lot worse, won't it? I hear bing bing, and that was Rafan. Welcome. We're flying to Dublin in very, very bad weather in IFR. Well, we're going to attempt to. Can I get any worse than that? Can I make it any more, you know, as bad as I can get it, folks? Have I missed something? Can I make it worser? Worser! Want the pressure? Will that make any difference? No? We'll leave it as standard pressure there. 1013, make it easy. 013. Come on! Oh god. 10. Would you stop? 1013. Okay, that's not going to make any difference. Temperature's not going to make it. Oh, well, we could play with some icing issues here on the way. We could have some icing issues, folks. You know, let's... So, I'm going to put the icing to roughly 2 degrees per... So 2,000 feet will be okay. 2,000 feet, okay? So, if we get icing, if we go below 2,000 feet, it should melt. To do... ice, I mean, a standard international atmosphere. So, what the sim will do here now, at 2,000 feet, there's going to be ice, and it will cling to the wings. So, sorry, it's 1,000 feet. 2 degrees per 1,000 feet. So, 1,000 feet we'll have to come down to. Precipitation, aerosol density. Okay, fine. Oh, aerosol density might change some stuff. Not really, no. Not really. Okay, so, is that bad enough? We put a layer above that then. Hang on. That's the ground. This is another layer here. We'll have that quite bad as well. That's going up to 4,000 feet because we're going to go to about 7. Oh, so dark and ominous now. And then we've got another one here. So it's going to be quite dark and ominous. Is that good enough? Good news, abandoned Cytec and Logitech drivers in favour for SPAD. Next, all working fine now. Woohoo, that's that guy lad. Oh great, okay, cool. Mine seems to be working fine. I don't do it in fancy with it. I just like the radio buttons and the course button and all that kind of stuff. So there we go. That's the weather as bad as I can get it. Let me know if I can make it even worser. Worser. Okay, so engines are still running. Of course, I'm not going to check the fuel. We got half tanks. And that's it. So let's just take off and go, shall we? The VR will click into action once we go. So we're heading east. Right, enough of that. Is that okay, everybody? Everyone happy? Excellent, excellent. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything on YouTube there. Ian says, add another cloud layer. Puppy cam. Yes, let's get the puppy cam on while we're taking off. You don't need to see me at the controls when I'm taking off, do you? Oh yeah, you have the puppy cam. It's already showing. Great. That's the director. That's the hair director. I'll leave it there. If you like the, if some people don't like the camera, I don't know. Okay, let's go. Brakes are already off. Flaps are set to take off, and that's it. Landing lights, all that kind of stuff. Right. Okay, let's move forward. So I'll give you. I'm gonna go back to the puppy cam. You might want to see the controls there while we're taking off. Oh. Brakes are very poor. Where's one going? Oh yeah, that is quite bad, actually. Yeah, that's... I can't even see where the runway is. Actually, that's very bad. That's shockingly bad weather. So I'm trying to find the taxi. Okay, so I take a left and then I'm on the runway. Okay. Go. Come on, full power. Lost power, please. I left and the runway straight ahead. I'm not going to use the whole runway because it's massive in Shannon. It's a massive runway. Shannon is quite busy primarily for aircraft coming from America and coming from eastern parts of Europe. It's reasonably busy, the big jets. So we're taking off runway 24 into wind, hopefully. But there is no wind data. Let's get my view set up here. We won't see a thing until Dublin. After takeoff, we're gone. There we go. I hope that's a runway. Decluttering. Let's DCS. I'm just going to get right in the center line here. Oh, ATC have told me just to hold there for a moment. Oh, okay, I'm holding short of runway 24. Holding on runway 24. There's something I want to do. My altitude. Let's just set up my altitude. We'll go to 7,000 feet. For now. That's set. Vertical speed. I want my heading as well. There it is. Heading, I want the bug to be right in front of me. In fact, in the real aircraft, what you can do is you can just hit the heading. See the heading button here? Just push it down and it'll go to your current heading here. We're taking off the easterly runway. Okay, that suits me. What else? Vertical speed. Vertical speed. Okay, we'll worry about that when we get it. Okay, let's go. Full power. We're going. Oh. Okay, just a bit sensitive with the rudders. There we go. Take a bit of weight off the nose wheel. Off we go. Positive rate, gear up. 10 degrees should do the trick. I want to keep 10 degrees. Trimming. See, everyone else has got lovely weather. Oh, it's bumpy, folks. It is. Oh, I'm not going to have a good time coming into Dublin. They're going to have wake turbulence soon. Flop's coming up. They're going to have wake turbulence in the simulator, folks. And we're taking a left towards a heading of 090. In fact, let's just sort that out a little bit. Degrees. Yeah, I think it's heading. I'm thinking heading is 060 is a better heading. 060 it is. It's 10 degrees all right there. Yeah, 10 degrees are up. So flaps are up. Gear is up. Landing lights, fuel pumps. And anything else after takeoff checklist complete. Now we're hoping at some point that the VOR for Dublin will kick in. Now it's line of sight. I don't know the range of Dublin, but it might be on the actual chart actually, and I never thought to check the range in the chart. I don't know if it's posted on the charts. Let's play with the autopilot then, so we can have a look at the first of all my vertical speed here. I'm going at 2,000 feet a minute roughly. I want to get a nice transition. See, I'm setting to roughly what I have here. It's a bit up and downy. So when I set the autopilot now, it should nicely transition. Autopilot on, hands off, nice transition. That's what I like. So now autopilot on, it's on the heading. Oh, we've got some cloudage coming up, folks. Just came out of the clouds. That's what we want to see. We want to see something, don't you? I'll make it a little bit brighter, shall I? Or will I leave it like that? Yeah, because, you know, I'll leave just for now. Because you're just going to be looking at blackness otherwise. Let's get that nice golden air set here. About there. So at least you can see something. Right on top of the clouds. Looks a bit odd though. Look at that. Stunning. Now you don't need the cam anymore. In fact, I need to I'll tell you what I do need to do though, and I should have done after takeoff. Is we're not finished yet. Taking a bit of power back. I don't know if I should have the RPMs up so high. Usually I put a little bit of power back and after takeoff. That's fine. I can't hear any. Oh, they're out of sync now. Just syncing the engines. There we go. We will save some fuel. Now, you can see me putting back the mixture. Let's see how this works, right? Or if it works very well. With full mixtures, our fuel burn is 10 gallons per hour. See, gallons per hour, 10.2 and 10.3, okay? There's our RPM. So as I pull back the RPM, the mixture levers, can't quite see them there, can you? As I pull back the mixture levers, you should see the RPM increasing. 495. 498. No, not really. Not really. But the fuel flow's going down. Yeah. It's gone down a little bit there now. Go up. There we go. I prefer to have a needle. Actually, that's 2,500. That'll do. I'll get fussy. It's not exactly like the... Wait. There we go. Bet there will do. Excellent. Okay, so we're set up. Excellent. I love the clouds. I think it's... now that I'm on autopilot, I'm hoping I can see your comments there. Producer promoted to the director. Oh, yeah, I keep calling him the director. Or her, the director. Now that that's done, back to the director cam. Having a nice snooze there. Being very quiet today. Yes, a big walk was in order. Excuse me. So. Okay, I'm just looking at the YouTube comments now and all the comments. Puppy cam. Yes, Justin, you got us to the I just read it. I just switched on the I went over to the comments on YouTube there. Puppy cam is on. Puppy cam is on. Sometimes she'll kick off. The producer would kick off, start ripping the place apart. It happened one day. The bin was over the other corner of the room, and there was papers everywhere. All hell broke loose, and I was just laughing my head off. And I said, "You have to see this." So I got the puppy cam. I got the puppy cam. Look at that. It's just stunning. 7,000 feet in between two cloud layers, and it's nasty weather in Dublin. And we have the VOR is kicked in. Look at that. So we are now. We want to follow in. What course are we on? So let's make sure I have the course bar set. We are actually on radio. Oh, we're right on it. Okay, I chose that was a fluke. I chose heading 060, and I said that'll do. And we're on it. Oh, it's a little bit. I have to fix the instrument sensitivity. Now I'm gonna have to just come out here for a second, right? I want to try something. See the way it just clicks too much. I wonder if it's just a Cytec. Maybe it's just a Cytec. Let's try course on the Bravo Quattletrodrant. No, it's too... You see the way it just... It's not very fine there. I want to try one little thing, if you don't mind. I'm just going to come out very quickly. I'm going to just... Maybe we'll learn something here. No, not the controls options. I don't want those. No. I want general options. And we're going to see the instruments here. So I'm going to come down to... It's down the bottom. Glass cockpit refresh rate. I don't know if that's going to fix that. Anyway, I know it does increase the FPS, but we can change it. So the problem I'm having is that little needle there is just too... I want to get it right in the middle, but I suppose you can't. But anyway, that'll do. 066 is our heading. And we're on our way to Dublin. How many miles have we got to go? We've got 84 miles to go. So, cruise checks. Well, all the fuel pumps are off and all that kind of stuff. So cruise checks, cow flaps, light switches. We're on 1013. We should be... Oh no, we're not. We should be on 1013. I'm looking here. Oops. Zero 13, please. There we go, 1013 hectopascals. Right, and of course I've messed up my course. That'll do. So I just happen to be on the right heading. Zero 65 066. There we go. Okay, it's a little bit waving around, but that's okay. We're far away. Bam. So the tricky bit is flying. I'm going to chat to the comments first. The tricky bit is doing a long flight flying manually. It's not tricky at all. It just takes practice. It just takes a bit of practice. I see. Sling here is saying Morning Gripper from Oz. Sling 380 says, and he says, slightly changed my tag from Sling Fly to Sling 380 to match my sim tag. Well, that's a great idea, Sling. Let's see if I can see. Are you flying along? Let's see who's with us, folks. Let us see who's with us. Big turkey there, sorry, folks. Who is with us? Oh, there's quite a few. There's a few. We've got a Driver Pineapple, Davo, we've got Rolf Copter, Akai Lad, and many others that don't seem to be appearing. I don't know why the tags are doing that. Not everyone is getting a tag. By the way, if you want to friend me in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well, do by all means. I'll accept the request, just look for Gripper Sim, one word. And I accept it, but that's nothing to do with the tags. I'm not getting everyone's tags all the time. They gotta pop in and pop out. What a view, though. What a view. Anyone ahead there? Anyone else? There's another one there. It's a pity I'm not seeing all your tags. There's a whole load in front. See, I think it only displays so many tags, but why are they showing them so far away? That's obviously they're all people in Dublin doing their international flights in their Airbuses. Yeah, it's not showing any others. Maybe if I pop in and out again. There we go. There's Biggles. There's Fallen Up. There's Josie Jacob UK. Josie Jacob UK, welcome to the madness. Okay, lad. Biggles. Have I missed anyone? Hot Zoner. Tommy Jacks. Davo. Driver Pineapple. Danny Boy is with us as well in the DA40. Very nice. Excellent. So I think I better make a flight. Did I get all of you? Probably not, because sometimes it doesn't show them. Entropy's there in the A5. And a whole load off in Dublin. But it's quite a few, isn't it? Let's declutter. It's quite a view. It's just every time in Flight Simulator, especially with the real world weather. Like when you fly for real, it's every day is different. It's always different every day. It's very rarely you get 2 days the same. That's superb. Let's have a look at the cockpit. We are flying along at 7,000 feet. We've got 73 miles to go. And we're golden. We're not particularly in the airways, I understand that. That's easy, you know. Let's see where we are in Navigraph, though. Boom. So we're midway, almost, kind of. Well, we're kind of on an airway there. We're on M145 there, you know, almost. But we're not at the right altitude. Flight level, flight 75. Let's see. All this has to be planned. We'll leave it 7,000 feet. I just can't. I can't resist it. Altitude changing. 7,500 feet. Oh no, that's not the right one. Altitude is here. 7,500 feet. Vertical speed. No, I want vertical speed. Oh, see, I've got to change both knobs here. This is the problem I'm having. There we go. 500 feet a minute will take us up to 5. Oh, we'll go 800 or 1,000. Keep changing my mind. Anyway, up to 7,500 feet. We are going to go right to the Dublin BOR, which is here. Then we're going to head 090. Interesting. 095 would take us on the L975 if we stay at flight level 75. We've got 1013 hectopascals on. We're 68 miles out. So not so bad. Good. Yeah, tags are still a pain, Davo was saying. I agree. They can be a bit of a pain in the neck. Certainly. I'll put this down a little bit here for you so you can still see it. Where we are. Let's have a look at YouTube comments. Bakerfly says, I think the intermittent tags are due to the UI declutter mod. Oh. Do I have that installed? Let's find out. Do I have the UI? The problem with this is you don't know what mods you have. UI mod. I have tiny plates and hidden UI still on my system. So I don't see a declutter mod there. Ah, yeah, anyway, maybe I must have it, because when I hit backspace then, isn't it Bakerfly, they disappear, which is very handy. But it never happened before anyway, it's not the end of the world. I'll still hop out to see if I can see somebody, you know, on the odd occasion. With the backspace key there. Yeah, just put them all in. That might be something to do with one of the updates or something like that. There's Deep Future in the Cessna 208, Akala and the Virgo. Verdun the Great says, I don't have that mod installed, but I have the same problem. Rolf Lopter in the TBM, Bakerflies the Beechcraft as well. There's Fallen Up in the Beechcraft as well. The Zombie Snack there is off in the distance. There's Digital, and he's flying the DA62. Postal, I don't know if they're with us. They're buying the Boeing 78X. Let me just check that there's a judgery for you when I'm moving around. It looks very smooth for you guys. Great. So, you know, when I move the camera, it doesn't get judgery like that. See? I don't want to make you dizzy either. So happy days. Yes, Deep Future saying Navigraph charts work great in VR, and this is it. I want to fly the Airbus one day with the VR. I might stream it, but you know, you'll just see this. You know, I have it here. I haven't used it for ages. But the problem with the VR is it doesn't translate well. It gets jittery and choppy. It doesn't look good. It will not. Yeah, actually, it won't look good. I've tried this on YouTube. I'll try it again. Let's see if I can make it better. But it just looks awful on YouTube or any medium. For that matter, it's not very good for showing off. But the thing about Navigraph charts now, as I said before, which I really do like, is that you can have it now. You can download it inside the sim. So now, if I have VR on, here, you can see the window here perfectly. You know, which is it's going to be super handy. Oh God, we're getting close, folks, very quickly. We're 160 knots, sure. You know, we're 58 miles away, but that Navigraph is great. Also, the news I wanted to bring you here. I'm going to get my mail open here in another window. Milviz have updated. If you remember last time, they've updated. I'm going to download the link here. No, that's not what I want. What's that? No. That's not what I want. Okay, I'll read it here from the mail. So, the PC6 has been updated. And there's a download. You should have got an email if you bought the Milvis. Remember I had to stream the last day yesterday? And I had to cut out. Now, I don't know if it was me or not, but I'm just going to go to some of the updates there for you. Oh, great. Rolf says... he got some great shots of your aircraft and he'll share it on Discord later. Brilliant. I might, if you put them in Discord on the yes, Discord. If you put them in the Discord, I might use them as the thumbnail. Is that okay with you guys? If I use the pictures as a thumbnail in Discord, is that, you know, cheating? Let me know if it's not. I might do that. I might do that. Now, anyway, there's a list here. I'm looking at my other screen. There's actually quite a lot of fixes here. NIX compatibility adjustments, NIX EFS pages are fixed, in-air reversing bug fix, product manual changes, Tundra tires, ACT as small floats, okay, so that's fixed. SU6 compatibility tweaks, Gurma 1000 mod removed, no longer needed due to update 6. Backup altimeter independently adjustable, adjusted glide slope PIDs, whatever that is. Yaw sensibility increased. Yaw stability increased. Max engine torque increased to allow over torque. Implemented failure for engine over torque. ITT adjustments to accommodate engines over torque. ITT general tuning. Revised normal fuel pressure. Revised fuel flow slightly downwards. Fuel management page added to the tablet. Skydiving setup added to the tablet. Fixed to allow internal lighting to be viewed from external viewpoint. Increased landing light strength. Adjusted alignment of aileron trim indicator. Adjusted the rear door response to airflow. Interesting. Revised animation to storm window and latch. Minor checklist logic fixes to trim, green band direction. Product manual page additions and minor fixes. I was talking to Colonel Klink as well, and he said it's a marked improvement. He has that aircraft as well. So Milvis is got an update there. I don't know if any of that stuff made any sense to you, but there it is. I just thought I'd mention that. Let's declutter that because it's, you know, we have 48 miles to go, and we're bombing along. And let's have a look here at our progression. Let's get Dublin up here to make sure I have my plan in situ. We want approach. So I'll make that window bigger for you so you can see what I'm doing. We said we're running on runway 28. Cat 3. Oh, it's going to be Cat 3. I have no choice with the weather. It's going to be crazy. The Q&H and Dublin. I better make sure the Q&H is correct, folks, because that's the end of me. Okay, so Dublin. This should be fixed to the update, so this should match. If I crash into the ground, I'm putting the real world Q&H in here now. Okay, 1012. It's still 1012. So it's only 30 feet the difference, but still that makes the difference between, you know, hitting that tree or that hill and not. But I'm going to have, this is going to be a difficult ILS for me because it's going to be bumpy as well, you know. I think there's a little bit of a wind going on here. We've got 6 knot winds in total, so it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a tricky one. So just revising that, we're going direct to the Dublin VOR. We're going to take a heading out of, we'll say, I'll write this down now, my little procedure here. Take a heading of, let me see, I want to be parallel to the runway. Yeah, about 90 degrees will do. So when I head over the VOR 095 after the VOR degrees till I get over the sea, I will just take it as that's 10 miles. We go 20 miles past it. I'm just being very cautious here. And then turn to intercept the ILS. I heard a bang, so that's my plan. So I'm going to come over here, heading 095 to be parallel with the runway pretty much, come out to about here, and I'm going to turn in for an intercept for 10 miles out. Hopefully it'll be thereabouts. So I'm going to go out a little bit further just to be safe, maybe, you know, a little bit further out. So that's the thing there. I heard the bing bing, and that was Mo, the aviator, has followed. Mo, welcome to the madness. Welcome to the crazy madness. I haven't done IR for those of you who've just joined us for quite some time, so we're doing IR stuff, instrument flying. And we're coming into Dublin Airport, and it's going to be very, 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 very poor visibility. In fact, it's going to be right down to the ground. Yes, so let's review that. So I'm using the VOR out. I don't need it coming back in, really. And then when I get the ILS, I'll see the position where I am with the ILS. I hit CDI, and then I have the localizer. Course is 237 now, and the no, it's not. That's not right. Course for the localizer for Dublin. Frequency for the 11135. How the hell did I do that? Yeah, I have it written down here. 11135. 11135 is there. It's active with the course should be 278. Maybe we're too far away. I would say for the ILS. Oh, we'll see. I'm just getting a little bit confused because in the version of the real aircraft, you can change that with the course. You have to change it with the course bar. It doesn't, and the sim seems to go, oh, okay, I recognise Dublin Airport's final approach course is 278, so it's 6 to it. And that's all you get. That's all you could do. So there you go. We're now 33 miles out. The views are, well, you see now, what I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator is when you get down below the clouds, it gets really dark and ominous. It gets shockingly dark. Let's get a view from inside out the window there. No, I don't want to use the pad for that, thank you. Get that annoying dot. Look, I'm just below that layer of cloud. Look at that. That is a view. Look at that. Let's get that view all set up for you for a moment and get rid of my mug just temporarily. Boom. Boom. Gets my candy going, folks. Oh. Mortal sin. Sorry about that. Brilliant. So folks, what if you're in the mood for commenting in the chat, what is the next thing you're looking forward to in Flight Simulator? What's the next thing I should be looking forward to? You know, should it be the racing? You know, should it be the Game of the Year edition? You know, if you already have Flight Simulator, Game of the Year edition is free anyway. Flight Sim of the Year edition is free anyway, right? Isn't it the racing you have to pay for? Yes, it's the racing you have to pay for. So which you be looking forward to next? That's the thing. Yeah, gliders, Poolhole Shark is saying. Yeah, gliders will be interesting, for sure. I did a bit of that in X-Plane, and it worked kind of well, but I think with gliders in Microsoft Flight Sim, it's going to look stunning. Bernie Powell, hi from Australia. Bernie, how are you? Aussie is a great place. I lived there for many, many years. Bernie, I hope you're enjoying the old stream. Felon Ducks, interested in the Hornet. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. What are they going to come up with with the Top Gun edition next spring? You know, what can they? Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator have never ever had an aircraft portion where it's Top Gun, where you're shooting people down. They've never had that in their history since it came out of Sublogic in 1983. They never. Oh, they did actually. Sublogic, you could shoot down biplanes. So in Sublogic, this is like 1983. I'm talking about. You could shoot down other aircraft. It was all warframes at the time. So they did. You know, will they come back to the dog fighting kind of thing? You know, that'd be very interesting if Microsoft Flight Simulator came up with areas of the planet where you could battle it out with jets and Hornets like DCS World. That'd be seriously interesting, would it not? I mean, maybe they're going that way. Bernie, thank you very much. I'm delighted you're enjoying the stream. We're in the cruise now, so it's kind of quiet-ish. It's going to get very, very busy very, very soon because we've got 21 nautical miles to go. Yeah, it's going to get very, very busy soon. You might see me squirm. This is what happens. This, you know, I get myself into these situations. Oh, what have I done here with CDI? It shouldn't be like that at all. There we go. So I'm going to take it off autopilot very soon. Course bars here, and my heading bar here. Just change my heading a little bit to intercept the VOR. You see the bar there's gone out to the left. So I'm a little bit off track. 18 miles to go to the VOR. In fact, stop me cheating. I should have thought of this earlier. Zoom right in here. It's just to avoid yourself from cheating. Do you know what I mean? I didn't mean to zoom out that time. So now I can't cheat, really. Except for this, you know, but... is there a weather radar here in this? No. There is not. Maybe you should drop a bit, John McGowan says. Drop? Descend, maybe? How's the update going for you? Pilot Fleet is asking on YouTube. I haven't crashed. I've been streaming yesterday and today. And it hasn't crashed. It's quite good. The graphics seem better. Especially at night time. The graphics are stunning. They've increased the... as much as you can see. The trees are better. It looks an awful lot better, I have to say, because we were kind of commenting on it last night. And even today, I'm kind of... The clouds do look a bit better. Am I wrong saying that? You know, if I move the mouse here. The clouds looking a bit better. We're quite close to the upper layer there, and I can't see any... You know, they look smooth to me. You know? They look pretty darn good to me. Let's get all the cameras back and get ready for our approach. Let's do that. I'll descend a bit now shortly. I'm only at 7,500 feet. That's not too high at all. So cameras are coming back on. Boom, boom. Doggy's still asleep. And I'm not quite intercepting that, am I? Let's just do a bit of an intercept here. In fact, from here, I'll take the autopilot off. We want to switch to the controls. You can just about see the control column there. And the mixtures. And autopilot comes off. Get myself warmed up a little bit. So heading bug is to my right. I'm trying to remember which button I'm using. And my course bar is here. Okay, great. Too much. So we are 10 miles out. Get rid of this. Oh, now manual. Keep my altitude. I'm happy with the 160 knots. Descent checks. Well. The QNH is 1012 in Dublin. Let me double check that again on my phone. I just want to get the chat so I can see both chats at the same time. So all I have to do is glance over. That's what I want to have happen. No. Come on. Great, now I can see the chats at the same time. Clouds are way better, less pixelated. Hot Zoner says yes, they are a lot better. There's no, that's the word. Thank you, Hot Zoner. They're less pixelated. They are very much so. Let's get back on track here. I'm only 6.7 miles out, so I want that once again. I want this needle just to simply disappear now. Well, that means I went right overhead. I don't want to go to the left slowly or to the right slowly. I want it to go right overhead. Got plenty of time to descend. In fact, I'll descend now, right? Altitude. I'd like to use my bugs. What's the altitude in this? I can't see it. Let's make sure my mic, you can hear me. Oh, you see that? Look, I went up 300 feet. Just by simply looking away. We're going to come down to the base of 3,000 feet, nice and slowly. We'll come down to 3,000, okay. So I will take a little bit of the power back. I'm going to get my 160 knots. Make sure they're even. Deep Future says it's busy around Dublin tonight. It is. You see, it's a bank holiday. It's a bank holiday in Dublin. And they're all on the tear. Oh, God, the VR, I messed that one up. I really messed that up by kind of looking outside, didn't I? Now, if I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. There, 1.7 miles. Will I get it? I just wanted to disappear. I went off a little bit there. That messed things up. Come on. Come on, can I do it at the last minute? Can that happen? Can that happen? That middle bar is to disappear. That's what I want. I don't want it to go to the left slowly or to the right slowly. There, it disappeared. I went right overhead. See the little thing that flew by here in this little screen here? That was the VOR. That's what I wanted. Now we're going to keep cutting out. I said a heading of 095. Where's my heading book? 1, 2, 3 here. 095. What am I doing here? I'll keep coming down. Keep coming down. Oh God. 09. I'm not worried about the VOR now so much. In fact, right now I can just switch to the ILS. So see now there I'm switching over. There I've got the course bar of 278. That's what I wanted. Remember that? So we're on the downwind leg now. So I'm going to come out to about, I said about 15 miles, didn't I? And then turn into intercept. Okay, great. Changing windows here. Yeah, so everyone in Ireland now is flying Flight Simulator. Trimming here to just get the... so I don't have to do much. So I hope this works now. It will work. Oh, I love this bit. I love this bit when you come into the clouds, look. Don't you just love that? See the bit of icing building up there already? See that? A little bit of icing building up. That is just fantastic, the way that happens. I love it in a real jet when you're coming out. They just sink below the clouds. I love that. We're going in the soup soon, folks. I can just keep my heading and not look out the window. No, I think that heading now will be more like 100 now. No, that's too much. Oh, steady up, steady up. Okay, we're over the sea now. I want to get my heading. Coming down to 3,000 feet. In plenty of time. That's a little... is that Bull Island there in Dublin? Or some little island there? There's a little island there. So that means Howth is to my right. Which would be correct with the localizer there saying here. That's So the ILS is off in my, as I see it this way. 3,760, so 750 to go now. So now I can see nothing. We're in the soup, folks. We're in the soup. I'm getting a little bit of icing. This could be a problem for me. Or maybe I should put the icing on. This could screw things up. Yeah, let's get the icing on. Or will I risk it? Will I keep going with the icing? Will I? 300 feet to go. We are now 10 miles out. I want to go to 15, at least 15 miles out. But now I can see we're going underneath the glide slope. It's getting bumpy now as well. There's the little diamond there for the glide slope. That's 3,000 feet. God, I should have wanted the power first there. It actually caught me out there a little bit. Oh, we're a little bit all over the shop. I'm going to go out a little bit further. What are we now? 12 miles out. I said 15. Now, keep my 3,000 feet. Holster saying that pags disappear. I know. I think that's a new bug. It must be a new bug. I'm going to keep trimming here. A bit more. Okay, that's 13 miles out. And then I'm going to turn into about a heading of 210, I'm thinking. And the hard bit's coming up. A bit more nose down, I think. Getting a little bit of icing building up. I can't afford that to happen, so I'm putting the icing on. Icing. Come on. What? Can't turn the other ones on. Okay, we got all the icing on. Let's get the old control column back. Get rid of that horrible, ugly looking menu. So the icing's on. Now we can start turning to a heading of 120. We're 15.8 miles out now. So I'm just going to keep my altitude. Now, 16 miles out. This is going to be tough. This is going to be... I'm not going to see the runway maybe until I'm 20 feet up or so. Which is, you know, not going to be good. 210, maybe a little bit more, maybe 240 will do. Turning to heading 240. Have my heading set up here? Yeah. 240. Changing my heading bug. Don't go below 3,000 feet. Damn it. 240. Coming up. Oh, I went below my altitude. It's getting quite bumpy now. I'm not really concerned about the speed. I will slow down though. I haven't been paying attention to the speed at all. Let us select 120 knots, shall we? Or 140 knots. 140 knots is going to be my selected speed. That went a little bit wild there, didn't it? So I have to retrim everything. Nose up. Now I want to see. I want to get it before 10 miles though. Maybe I'll just increase my intercept a little bit to there. I'm just using the heading bug now. Okay, I'm going to adjust my view so you can see out. I certainly want to see out because I want to see that runway at the last minute. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Now the localizer I'm hoping will come in. What are we now? I was aiming for about 10 miles out to get the localizer, wasn't I? Okay, got my attitude. The speed's a little bit out of control still. I want 140 knots. In fact, 130. There comes the localizer, turning with the localizer. See the bar coming in there? Just here. Oh, just here. I've got my 140 knots now, but what else has gone out the window? The altitude's gone out the window. 200 feet too low. I'm being thrown around a little bit. Let's get my heading book here. Approach course is... New approach course. 278. Nice. 2... What the hell is it giving me? 278, there we go. Okay. I think I'll have to zoom in a bit, folks, because I'm having problems seeing it from so far away. There we go, that's a little better now. I'm still climbing. I don't want to climb. Let's trim a little bit here, and I'm not going to go outside the heading book. 2,000 feet there. Stick it there. Trim. Here comes the diamond. If you could see here, see the little tiny grey line there? That's when I'm on it, okay? So I'm going to take a bit of power back and start descending. I want it to 140 knots on 158. Yeah, 140 knots. Oh, I said 130, didn't I? I think this aircraft would fly better at 140, to be honest with you. But we'll go to 130. I'm just guessing. Howitzer became a first lieutenant. Hot zoner. Welcome. I looked away. The diamond. I'm too low now. I'm not going to look away again. See what happens? Just for that split second. You can't be looking away. I'm just going to keep my altitude now and get back on it. For those of you, there's a dot. It went right up here, and that's not what I want. That means I'm too low. Okay, now you want to see the view outside, so I want to use this a little bit. There we go. Okay, get back on the zone. Coming back to speed. Trim nose up. 8 miles to go. 8.8 miles to go. Now, with the synthetic vision annoys me. Because I know I'm coming up to the airport. You know that kind of way? I don't want to see anything. I know that sounds strange, but I didn't train with the I didn't get the synthetic vision when I was training. I keep coming at 150 knots. We're a little bit up and downy. 1,500 feet, 7.9 miles to go. There's my 140 knots now, and I've gone past it. I just want to get that power setting and leave it. Do you know what I mean? And just use pitch then for my speed. So I've got to be very, very good with that. First Lieutenant, it distracted me. Well, thank you very much for becoming a First Lieutenant. I really appreciate it. Members and followers and subscribers, it all helps the channel keep going. Now, I'm on it now. I'm 140 knots, and I got my localizer and the glide slope. So, I'm not looking outside, you'll notice if you see my eyes. So, if I look up, you see my eyes there? That's what I'm looking up, okay? So, I don't want to look up. I want to make sure I'm trimmed so I don't have to do anything. Look. See, I don't want to necessarily, because it's a little bit bumpy. 6.2 miles to go. We're on the ILS into Dublin. And we're IFR in rainy, bad weather. I can't see the actual... I know the airport's going, but I can't see... Oh, hang on. 5.8 miles to go. It seems closer than that. Oh, that's the bloody... Do you know where I am? I'm looking at the wrong DME. There's the airport right in front of me. That's an error there. Look, there's the runway. So I'm staying on the localizer in the ILS for now. I've just seen my error here. And let's find out what that was. I'm looking outside. Okay, looking outside. Gears... Gears down. Yep. Yep. That almost happened. That almost happened. That almost happened. There we go. I couldn't see a thing. Let's come to a halt here and take this exit. The brakes aren't working. The brakes aren't working. The brakes aren't working. They're very poor. Now, with the comments and me looking over here, right, to see how that happens. That is a real big thing in aviation, and I've caught myself doing it. Where's the exit? I thought I saw the lights of the exit. Jeez, I can't see a thing. There it is. So what happened there was I was completely distracted from the odd occasion, and I usually check the gear 3 times, and I almost forgot to put the gear down. I knew the flaps because I had a long runway. I almost didn't put the gear down. And that's because I'm reading the comments, and I like doing that because I'm getting distracted, and you can see what happens to people in the real world when they get distracted, when they land with the gear up. It happens an awful lot. There's no warnings. There was no beep 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 because I took the throttle back, right? Because that's a giveaway, isn't it? And normally aircraft you pull the throttle back, and if you don't have the gear down, it goes beep beep beep. That tells you. So yeah. So we got here. Don't forget to click that like button. I almost did that. Click that like. Oh yeah, do click the like button, everybody. Of course, click the like button. Apparently, YouTube is a funny one. It doesn't really share. It doesn't share the videos very much, at all. Actually, there's a huge amount of people out there playing Flight Simulator. But anyway, I shan't complain. So I think I'm taxiing towards the airport. Let's just halt here and get some taxi instructions, shall we? And let's talk about getting lost after you land. Oh, I don't need the parking brake. So let's have a look outside here. Let's have a look. So let's just review that a little bit. Oh yeah. Now, I had... Look at the DME here. It's saying it's 4.6 miles away, and as I was coming I was going, that can't be right. I was thinking, what's going on here? I'm going to go overhead the runway, right? That's stuck in nav 1. I made an error there. A big one. That is not the ILS, so what the hell happened there? So let's have a look at the DMI, PDF opt, DME. But that's stuck in nav 1, not nav 2. Do you see? So how do I change that? Why is the DME in nav 1 and not in the ILS? Very, very interesting. I don't know if anyone has any answers for that on the chat. First time chat from viewer Julie05. Good evening, Julie. Welcome to the madness. We just landed in Dublin without seeing anything, and I almost messed it up because the DME is in nav 1. And how do I change it? Does anyone know how to change that? No. Anybody? No, I don't think so. I'll have to figure that out. Vrudin the Great says, my first flight instructor got fired for a belly landing. Oh, fired. That's a little bit much. Maybe they kept doing it. Bearing 1 and bearing 2 deep feature always has the answers, folks. Bearing 1 and bearing 2. Oh. Bearing 2, nav 1. Dublin 4.6. No, that's not. Not bearing 1 then. 4.6. But it's not. It's still stuck in nav 1. PDF option. PDF option. PDF option. Bearing 1. Keep pressing the bearing and it scrolls through the option. ADF, GPS, nav 1, nav 2 ILS. Okay, but I'm not getting here. It's I don't want the. Well, maybe bearing 2 should be over here. No. No, still 4.6 miles. Anyway, I figured it out, folks. But there, that was an error. I figured that out. It's something new for me to learn. So let's taxi back to. So I'll wait to see if someone might comment there. So I was going to review. Let's get the speed. Let's build the speed up here. Look at that. You can't see a thing. Is that the? I can't see anything. That's what I was flying in. That's Dublin. I can't see a thing. So let us just say we have got some daylight going on here. Let's lift the clouds a little bit. And let's just I don't even know where I am. I knew I was taxiing the right direction somehow, but as soon as you can't see anything there, that was very, very interesting. That was a very, very interesting stream. Now I think we park up here in this area here, so that means I want to take the next left and park up. Let's do that, and let's put the tags back on. So we've got DCS Ducks is with us on the JU52. DCS Ducks, I'd say you're getting very good at the DA that aircraft. Rolf Copter's here. Vruden ranks as always. Hot Zoner, and there's lots of people here flying in Dublin. Anyway, but of course in an aircraft like that you'd never be flying in that weather. You know, you wouldn't be flying in that weather, that type of weather, at all. In fact, at the minimums, I wouldn't be allowed to land in Dublin unless it was some sort of an emergency. But it was an interesting exercise for me. So that big mistake there was the distance, and just because I was on the localizer, I copped it, but it was too late to figure it out. You know, it was just too late to figure it out. But we survived. There's Driver Pineapple. I'll take a left here. I'll just go through Driver Pineapple. We'll park up here. We did get a call from the tower. We have to take down a phone number, and we got to call the tower. That's when you do something really, really bad. Oh, like I'm going to do now. I don't know what kind of area this is. This is the grass area. Well, we'll park up here anyway. I don't think... Well, there is not a general... What was the next exit? We'll park up here. There's no general aviation in Dublin Airport. You're not allowed to fly into Dublin Airport anyway. It would cost... it cost a fortune. They just won't let you. Do you know? They just won't let you. And we'll switch off the engines there. We'll pull the mixture. I didn't use any flaps. It was a close one with the gear though, folks, you know. It was a close one with the gear. Battery alternators off. And the battery's off. And now we're coding dark. And that annoying menu comes back. Continue. That was very useful. So hopefully we do some of this stuff again during the week. I figured I had to fix that error. Thank you, D-Feature, for pointing that out. Now I know where to look. But this is just standard scenery. Is this just standard? Oh, no, it's not. I got this from Orbex. This is the Orbex scenery for Dublin. Okay. That is the old terminal building. It looks okay. It looks alright. You know, it's okay. It is okay. That's all I'd say about that. But it's a very popular place to go. Look at all these people flying. And we don't see half the tags, folks. So I'd like to thank you. And I know I won't see you all because we're not getting all the we're not getting all the tags. But thank you everyone for flying along. Thank you D-Feature for the help as always. Akaila, thank you for following up. Danny Boy, thank you very much. Rolf Copter, Josie Jacob, Driver Pineapple Digital, November, Mike Sierra, 1959, Bakerfly, Akai Lad. Am I repeating myself? Vroom Vranks, Petri. Can you see anyone else there? I can't quite see anyone else. Tommy, I think Tommy's with us. Anyway, thank you all for following. I plan to do this again tomorrow. At what time? I'm thinking after work when you're all home, you know. So thank you everyone for following, and thank you all of you who followed and subscribed and became members. Hot Zoner, thank you very much. So Hot Zoner subscribed. Who else subscribed there? Perrier subscribed. Members, Zombie, Pool Shark became a member. Smurf became a member on YouTube. Tommy Randall became a member. And lots of followers on YouTube. Sergio became a member as well on YouTube. Johnny F resubscribed on Twitch, Prime for 3 months. Thanks very much, Johnny F, a long-time follower and supporter of the channel as well. Italy has subscribed. Sorry, that's a subscription. A detailer subscribed there. That was a day ago. Cracking Flight, always Gripper says, Chris, thank you very much. Thank you, Niles. Martin, thank you very much. Razor, Pool Shark, as always. Robert, Howitzer, or Hot Zoner, I keep thinking Howitzer. And Danny Boy, thank you very much as well. Treasured member. A very high-ranking member too, if I remember correctly. Danny Boy, thank you very much. Smurf as well, thank you very much, Smurf. Bakerfly, thanks a million. And everybody at YouTube and Twitch, thank you very much. And I'll be back tomorrow for more crazy madness. And I still have that feeling that I've forgotten something. Since yesterday, there's something bad's going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. I'm trying to get the menu here for the thing. Where's the thing for the menu? Oh, man. But yeah, it's been a good long weekend here in Ireland. And I hope you, wherever you are living in the world, you're having a good time. And a good week there. I found the entry button. So great fun, Microsoft Flight Simulator all around. Folks, thanks a million. And I'll see you very, 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 very soon. And definitely Sunday, 2100 hours. Not 2200, 2100 hours. Thanks a million, folks. See you soon.